What are you helping?
Okay. This isn't enough for the fund.
What fund?
The Ultimate Potion Fund.
Ask for tribute.
There will be other sources of gold.
Demand taxes be paid.
I love your dress.
Hi. Very sorry.
I
What?
put all the blame on Alden because he's not
What
down
am
here
I?
yet.
I'm Emily.
Hi, Alden.
Hi.
Hi. Brooke is
Hi.
still not here, so we're not
Okay,
the
we're
latest.
Do you want to look at the board?
Hello.
We divvied up treasure.
Ah,
Yes.
No! I told him that
So
if
we
we
just
missed the
divvied it up.
treasure,
I'll put her on my lap. Do you want to sit on my lap for a second?
But we will. I'll narrate what happens.
Okay.
Could I borrow some dice?
Yeah. Grab a dice tray.
Well, thank you.
Very good. So we'll pick up where we left off last time. The smitten carcass of your foe cast upon the ice before you. Ingri, resurrected by Jix's magic, and potion seller of his own magic, now an adult black dragon. Both Ingri and potion seller walking over to the horde, posing majestically as dragons claiming their new horde.
It's all mine.
With the efforts of the two dragons, as well as magic and elbow grease on your part, you managed to extricate the treasure from the horde, frozen in ice,
Oh.
and
I
divvying it up
see.
with a little bit of, only of the minorest of,
I see. You want to come and loot the dragon.
only the minorest of complaints from Ingrid, who seems rather disinclined to let anyone have a share of the treasure. Also,
True dragon.
I woke up.
Lady Nova
Nap.
rushed in and used her
Oh my
lay on
God,
hands to
smell of
cure everyone's wounds after the fight.
So I
And
can
so,
heal.
yeah, we'll get to the point where everyone will just take a long rest.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
treasure gets divvied up. Do you have the exact amount?
5,416 for each person.
Yes.
For us too?
Yes.
You guys can leave that up
5,416,
against,
and that's
wanna do
in
it
gold.
freely.
Of course,
question.
Chad has taken a share of 300 gold pieces per person to pay for diamonds for Revivify if necessary.
So we
Fair.
subtracted that before dividing the loot.
You still
Sorry,
get
what's what?
5,416.
16
Okay.
gold?
Okay.
Sweet.
Oh.
Am I allowed to take a couple scales from the dragons?
Yeah, there's plentiful.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Chad
can
is
I
not
have
interested
3
in that.
scales
Chad
of
will
each
help out,
dragon?
will turn
It's
into a
like
kobold.
Is that chill?
You'll have to talk to
Hey.
the potion seller about the black dragon scales. His scales will disappear when the potion wears off.
Oh, I thought that Ingrid. Why did I
I
think
got
that
Elden
Ingrid
Ring
had
for
died?
Christmas.
Ingrid
She
did die.
did.
I've heard that. It sounds like
Jix
your name.
cast
Yeah,
Revivify
it's-
on you.
Oh,
Chad
okay.
did.
So
It wasn't
Before,
Jix, it was
before
Chad.
Chad cast Revivify,
What am
can I
I?
grab a couple scales?
I am, let's see, a rogue.
It's okay if you say no.
I'm a rogue. I'm like sneaky.
You'll have to take it up with potion seller.
Yes.
Potion
that
seller,
is his
can I
job.
grab
Also a
3
mage
scales
in
from
my other
Ingrid?
games.
Ingrid is
Corpse.
probably
Before,
obeying.
from
I
her
like my
corpse.
mage
From her
better.
corpse. Before Revivify.
I mean,
Make a sleight of hand check.
yeah, that's how I do it.
Because
Yeah.
we do have to
Well,
reconstruct the body.
I don't want to steal them. I was like, it's legit. If no is the answer, that's fine.
Lots
Okay.
of stress.
Well,
lots
then
of
he
good times,
gets-
lots of-
Are you
just-
doing like a call?
I'm not
Maybe.
quite in such
I
a
am, but
cantankerous
I
mood
work
today.
in
So.
nice.
On top of the
So
gold,
I
there
can
are
custom
other things to
things.
divvy up as well.
Okay, let me be.
Unlocking people's passwords, and I can tell them what's on
Everyone
screen.
gets 3 small
But that's
sapphires
my career.
worth 300 gold pieces
And
each.
I'll be trading for them.
Did we not divide that up already?
In 3 years or less. You know what I mean? It's like
Are we supposed to add those as
Katie, can you
sapphires or
please
as
go
gold?
upstairs?
As sapphires.
Okay, and you said 3?
Yep, 3 sapphires worth
bottoming out.
300 gold pieces each.
So
What?
stressed.
Yeah.
I have no money to show.
Anybody know how to spell something?
Oh, sorry.
And if you don't add it to your inventory, then you don't get it.
Alden, did you hear that?
I did. He's telling me to listen. I am.
I did.
We each get 3 sapphires worth 300 gold apiece.
Is that in addition to the?
In addition to the gold.
I'm sitting
3 at 300 each. So 900 gold worth, but in the form of 3 sapphires.
Cool,
Yes.
cool, cool.
There's also a remainder of 3 sapphires. Who would like to claim the extras?
Me.
Fire.
I think that we should give them to Potions Master should he need them for
Seller.
potions that
What-
Potions Seller
What's the remainder?
should he need them for something that benefits all of
So
us.
there's
I think so
21
too.
sapphires total.
Do you
That's
really?
enough for everyone to get 3, and there's 3 left.
Thought it through.
Oh, okay.
So 3 more people will get 1 extra, or if you guys want potions, I will get 3 extras.
I vote Potion Seller.
Okay, Potion Seller, you get 3
I can
more
agree with
sapphires worth 300 gold pieces each.
I'm gonna say my character was distracted because I'm trying to get the sapphires into my bag technically right now.
Almost enough for the ultimate potion.
Last of all,
The sapphire 2-piece.
Sorry. I'm gonna be
Uh, Potion Seller has laid claim to +1 leather armor. There's also a potion of gaseous form. I assume Potion Seller's taking that too.
I mean, I probably will never use it, but you never know.
There's also a +1 longsword, which Lady Nova has claimed.
I
You
never
can
thought.
call
And-
it gaseous.
A +1 longbow.
Can I have it? Can I have it? Can I have the longbow?
Of course you can.
Okay.
So the potion
Is there anything
essentially makes
special
you
about it, or do I just
into a
add it
cloud
in as a
that's
longbow?
unkillable.
You added in as a longbow, but you
Well,
have
you
a
also
+1
can't-
Well, you
bonus.
shouldn't have to do because you're using this. Put in longbow.
Yeah.
Cordell.
It's
is
like a last
there-
resort sort
Is
of
there,
stuff.
No.
could
There's
I
longbow +1. Add that one.
see what I can scavenge from
And what is it's
the
just plus
dragon
one
in
what?
use of like in terms of
it's
like
usually to attack and to
crafting materials?
So now go back to your character sheet.
Do you want me to roll?
If
I just realized I've added
I mean,
everything in
no,
this thing.
if you want to be
my equipment
specific, like
bag,
what you
or to my
want,
equipment and
you
not
can
to my
take it
backpack.
from the dragon's carcass.
Okay, longbow.
Since it's a whole
Yeah,
dragon,
so
can I take
now you
like
just
3
equip it.
dragons?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Should I
Yeah.
unequip my other one, or
Could I
does it not
take
matter?
3
I
dragon
don't
scales
think it
and
matters,
one of
but-
its teeth?
Okay.
Well, when you
And if the
equip
tooth is
it
giant,
appears
just
here.
trick it.
So if you don't
Okay.
want it to
Oh.
appear here, you need to
That's fine.
And,
take it
Yeah,
out.
and
right.
there's the +1, so yeah.
I
I
think
want
that's
this.
everything.
Thank you.
There's also bracers of defense, but literally the only person that can use those is Saru. So we'll save those for her.
Cool.
And that is everything in the horde.
Cool.
So, having divvied up the horde, Blagothkus invites everyone to take a long rest, enjoy the hospitality of his castle. So everyone gets a long rest, and if you haven't already, level up to level 10.
Yay.
Cool. I'm kind of scared that like slowly but surely this is all gonna melt because there's no more ice dragon. So
It's Magic Sky Castle.
And I have to go to
gonna
manage
smell
characters
really
and levels, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like a refrigerator that's been sitting for forever.
that one refrigerator
Scroll
in your
down, see, you
grandparents'
gotta change the
garage
there.
Yeah, that's
that
what
has crust on the outside.
Although you level up to 10.
I'm going to. I'm trying to add this. It's just my phone is like super slow.
What is Underdark?
I have a lot of
Deep
random
underground.
brain, so don't worry, I'll remember.
There's a whole civilization that lives deep.
There's dark elves and mind flayers and
Where is
Sever
this?
Goblet. No, Sip.
Drugar, which are kind of weird dwarves.
Snibblerlins. They're gnomes.
Blink dogs.
Okay, so is that like the only thing that added for me then?
What are they?
There's probably other
Demon
stuff you don't
lords?
even know.
Blink
what it
dogs.
is.
Blink dogs.
Because,
Oh,
like,
that just
you got
sounds
something new
bad.
called
The name sounds bad.
What is this?
They're like
Oh, yes.
hairless
I can count
monster
on myself.
dogs
I did
that
read about
blink
this.
in and out
You
of
can spend
existence.
1 minute.
I was
reading
gonna say, yeah,
camouflage.
they have to
But I have to
be
stay
either
still.
quick
Can't move.
or they're
What's
doing
your
something.
something you can try to have by
disappear.
pressing
Yeah,
something.
and if they attack you, vanish, and they'll their turn again. Attack you again, they vanish.
How do you?
Up against the wall.
How would you even?
I'm like
All
Krom
reactions.
when he's doing his own
Reactions,
theme
yeah.
music.
Do you have anything that reaches the ethereal
Okay,
plane?
and then if there were spell upgrades when I go
See,
to
that's
manage
cool,
spells,
dude.
it should show them
That's
there, right?
Yes, you will probably have to add more
I
spells.
feel like if I were to write more down with D&D, I'd remember. Okay.
Everyone leveled up? Or in the process?
Yeah, I'm in the process now.
Okay. Very well. We're
Okay.
done with this book.
What?
Oh, I guess I don't get any new spells.
Alright, I'll go home now.
Yeah, right. All right, guys, that was it. It was a
Nothing's getting real interesting. Several days go by. Blagothkus continues the castle's journey to the north, to his homeland, to spread word among the giants.
Good.
One morning, you are all enjoying a feast of dragon steaks at Blagothkus' table. Cody, you can move the white dragon off the table.
Because he's been sufficiently harvested.
Do you mind just setting that on the?
Of course.
Do we know what dragon meat tastes like?
It's
Is it like grizzly bear?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Have you eaten grizzly?
Maybe.
Oh.
Let's call it.
I know what people taste like.
Okay.
Anybody who's spent time in Montana should
what
know
a
what a
boring
grizzly bear
level
tastes like.
ability score improvement.
During the meal, everyone is enjoying the conversation, enjoying a job well done. The castle has been rid of enemies. You are no longer under threat. You are enjoying the hospitality of a very large friend. When, potion seller, there is a faint buzzing.
Any of you hear that?
I hear a buzzing.
Yes, I'm an elf. I definitely hear a faint buzzing.
No one else hears anything.
Oh no.
Do you guys hear that?
What's going on?
Nothing.
Buzzing gets a little bit louder, and then potion seller.
I don't believe in God.
God, I deny your existence, and all of your friends too, because this is a polytheistic society.
It's me, Leeson Erlander.
Oh, you. My potions are too strong for you.
Shh. Don't say nothing.
So at this point, is he just talking to himself?
He's
Yes.
just mumbling
Right
my
in the
potions
middle
are too
of-
strong for you.
And all of us are like,
strong for you.
Okay, that's fair.
Alright, you don't need to answer that question after all. We'll move on to somebody else.
Are you safe and among allies?
Yes.
Is it safe for me to come to you?
Yes.
Describe your location in 25 words or less.
I give him pinpoint GPS locations based off of my alchemical knowledge.
You have keen mind.
I don't know.
Latitude
Make an
exists in this
intelligence
realm.
check to describe where you are and the ice castle you're in.
I make
25
a
words or
sextant
less.
out of my tools.
What's the ratio for level
And me as a
hit
kobold
points?
Huh?
was
What's the
actually
ratio
serving
for
him, and he's
hit
like,
points
yes.
when
Oh,
level
you
up?
want more Brussels sprouts?
Like, roll.
Yes.
Roll
Okay.
my roll.
Your hit die.
You want more?
Roll
More?
Nat 20.
plus.
I can't
Five.
give you granola, but I can
Okay.
give you Brussels sprouts.
You give the exact latitude and longitude as well as a very detailed description of the room you're in. Everyone else is watching you.
As described.
You're returning this information mentally, but you're also saying it out loud, and everyone's just watching you. The buzzing in your ear stops. A few seconds later, there is a pop, and Leosin Erlanther appears in the chamber, alongside
A minotaur.
no monk.
This giant.
Leosin, what was his name?
Leosin Erlanther, he's the monk. You guys rest.
I remember him.
That'd be cool to have a class that like when
As
you
well
range, you
as-
turn into that.
Dude, sick.
Oh,
Uh,
I bet there are ones.
Probably.
you don't really have a great mini for him.
Pretty sure Brooke can turn into an ogre.
Yeah, I get one.
My hit dice says 10d8. Is that really?
That sounds right. That's
so
hit
when you
dice.
level up, you roll 1d8.
I just roll 1 of d8 and I take that as my hit points increase.
Yes.
You can, yeah.
Oh, mine just does it
And they go
automatically
back?
for me. I was like,
Usually
so
mine
I was so
does
confused.
too,
I was
but
like, I didn't get
They-
the dice roll.
They updated the app, I think, because there's
Don't you have the
slight
icicles now?
nuances.
Maybe not.
Aren't there the icicles on your?
Wait, I have a really
I
little
still
one.
have that,
Yes.
yeah. I don't want it though because it's absolutely
Brooke.
taking my battery power. to
That's
the ground.
perfect.
Brooke and I were just talking about it. How we had icicles and we just have a snowbank and snowflakes, but no icicles. We were
Leosin
jealous.
Erlanther materializes at the end of the table, accompanied by none other than Billy, the gnome.
What's he doing here?
We know Billy.
I have many business ventures,
Oh my.
all of which are my business.
It's the gnome with the magic shop.
Yeah, that kicked you out of the map.
That one, yeah, jeez.
Leosin looks down and says, "Thank you, Billy. Do you have the other item I requested?"
No, wait, what's this?
Billy reaches into his cloak and hands Leosin a scroll. He says, "Thank you, Billy." And he hands him a bag which clinks with a heavy weight of coins. And Billy says, "Billy thanks you for your patronage." Vanishes.
Cool.
Oh. He has that one spell.
Alright.
Leeson looks around the room and takes in Logofkus.
Right?
Looks around.
There's a spell else you teleport.
I'm afraid
No.
I was rather surprised at your description of where you were, potion seller. I'm sure there's quite a story behind this. Where is Traveler? I tried to contact him, but...
I hold up the jar with his foot.
I thought you took his thumb.
Was it his thumb?
Oh, it was
his
his thumb.
Yeah,
Because taking his foot
he's a
would mean a
centaur,
hoof.
right? Yeah, you're right.
Mashed potatoes! Because I'm a kobold right now and I'm helping.
Person safe.
Yeah, this is Traveler.
Per person?
No! This is soapings. Mashed potatoes!
Leeson sits at the table and he accepts some mashed potatoes.
5,400 per person. What?
I also tried to contact
Combat.
You guys can actually
Morgrim,
write for
but
something.
I couldn't contact him either.
That's what I was thinking.
Has Morgrim met the same fate?
Oh.
Who?
Morgrim.
Oh, I pull out one of the golden hairs that I stole from.
That's the goldenest of hairs I've ever seen in my life. That must have been a great person.
Who are those three?
I'm Delinar.
This is Delnuar?
Delinar Nori.
Pleasure. I'm Leeson
Pleasure.
Erlanther.
You too, Leeson.
Lady Nova. I'm not gonna try to pronounce your name.
Doesn't the monk already know me? He wouldn't know him. He would know me though, wouldn't he?
Yeah, but he's disguised as a kobold at the moment.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he wouldn't know me
He's
either.
cooking everything.
So wait, does he not know? Did I not meet him?
Nobody
I don't think
knows.
so. I think you
Nobody
came in later.
knows
Okay.
you.
We don't even know.
I-
his name
knows.
yet.
Nobody
I
knows
don't
me.
know because I am
You guys
busy
never
stealing
know-
Brussels
never
sprouts
gotten my
off of
name.
his plate and taking the mashed potatoes
It's
from
no
his
longer
plate.
about Tiamat for me. I
So
just
I
want to
don't
figure you
answer.
out. That's my thing.
I'm busy. There's
My
food.
pit
There's
was
food, and I'm busy.
Who
I'm
is this sheep?
most aggrieved at your losses. I assume that these are trustworthy companions.
I believe so.
Were you able to accomplish your mission?
We killed the dragon that was here.
You slew a dragon?
Yes.
This is when I chime in with a mouthful of food. Yeah, thanks to the T-Rex.
What are you eating?
The mashed potatoes and Brussels
That
sprouts.
meat doesn't look like anything I've ever seen.
I'm eating mashed potatoes and Brussels sprouts.
That's why it doesn't look like any meat you've
That's
ever
not
seen, 'cause it's
What
not.
I mean, what is that meat?
Oh, that's dragon meat.
It lets us absorb the powers of the dragon!
Fantastic. Amazing. You've had much more success than anyone else that I know of. Please.
Just random
Thank you.
over-enthusiastic kobold.
I do have to use one of my more powerful potions to defeat
Do you
this
decide
particular dragon.
Fiance's Scottish?
No,
I
my
believe
other
it.
character
And
that I really liked.
You, good sir.
And
Lord
so
Office looks down.
the other night, and he
Aye,
was
little
like,
man. Are you the host of this grand castle? He says, I am. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Leeson Erlanther, representative of the Harpers. I'm at your service. Much pleasure to meet you. Looking back at you, Leeson says, I'm afraid that events move apace on the continent, and very few people are as successful or lucky as you and your friends, Potion Seller.
I brew my own luck.
Well, there has
really,
been
really do.
an emergency council organized to confront this threat. If your mission here is done, I've been asked to fetch you to accompany me to Waterdeep to report on your activities and perhaps to further lend your aid and strength to the citizens of Faerun.
Well, if there's pay involved, speak, friend, and enter. Oh, hi,
A
Iris.
very small friend.
Big friend. It's
Hi,
like,
friend.
wow.
I'm down for going.
Let's
I
do
don't know
it.
about you guys.
I want her dress. I'm so obsessed with it.
Um,
It's such a pretty dress.
Got little
As far as
unicorns.
pay, I'm sure that we will compensate you fairly, as well as allowing you to lay claim to any treasures that you may find along the way, as I'm sure indeed you have already done. But events move apace. We must depart at once. As soon as you are ready, let us depart. Yes. He pulls out the scroll that he got from Billy, and he unfurls it to reveal a scroll of teleport.
That's what the spell is.
Well, where are
I
we
have no
teleporting
questions. I know
to?
nothing of magic.
We shall be teleporting directly into the Temple of Lathander in Waterdeep.
Lathander.
Ooh,
I thought we already did the
Waterdeep
Waterdeep.
again?
You
We're
and
going
you
back.
don't know him. You're the only one who knows him right now,
We
right?
like
I think so.
And Saru, but she's
I
Yeah,
would
she's been
ask Potion Seller if we can trust him, but
Oh, yeah,
I
he's a
don't
great
think
guy.
that we can trust Potion
He's
Seller.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I was. I was gonna say if we go back to Waterdeep, that's kind of putting us really behind the cult, isn't it?
I don't really think we have a choice. Billy, who wiped all of our memories, showed up with a school of transportation. I don't think we have a choice.
Yeah, and also I feel like at this point it's kind of like we know Tiamat will be raised, right?
And it also says it.
Exactly, as the kobold says.
This random
Listen to
kobold.
me. No.
We don't know. Do you have a name?
So
Kobold?
yeah,
Yeah, Snickers.
I was only going to ask to be obnoxious, and I chose not to ask, and I shouldn't have even brought it up. I'm sorry.
let's go.
Let's go.
I like
Good
how
idea.
teleport.
Do I smell any more gold?
no.
How many days were we flying
Thank you.
around?
4.
Yeah, please keep a timeline.
I've been brooding.
Leeson gathers all of you into a circle. Now, for the spell to work, we must join hands, stand in a circle, and I shall activate the spell. A moment, if you will. Blagothkus stands up and approaches the circle.
Come on, who's that?
We got
I'm
left
sorry.
behind.
He's gonna get the mashed potatoes off of his hands.
Alright.
Blagothkus clears his throat. He says, before you depart,
Oh.
I must once again thank you for your aid in ridding my castle of enemies. I shall continue to travel north to my homeland, and I will spread the word of your good deeds among my kinsfolk. If you should ever need my
I'm so
assistance,
jealous.
call upon me,
Just good.
and I will see what I can do.
Be sure to tell him who beat you in an arm wrestling contest.
He reaches down and he clasps arms with
Oh,
you.
is this the cloud giant?
Yeah, Blagothkus.
Oh,
He's
I
the
thought-
one who's
got it.
spreading
I thought
our
you were talking about
story.
the monk.
That
Yeah.
beauty
Oh,
right
yeah,
there.
he'll tell his kinsfolk of your deeds, as well as the danger that the cult of the dragon poses. He clasps his
Sick.
arms with Potion Seller and he says, may your potions stay strong.
My potions are always too strong for you.
And he stands back and he says, good luck on your journey.
Literally,
Farewell.
both sides.
It's so
And
nice.
then with a gesture from Leeson, you all clasp hands again.
Oh, we do.
Leeson,
You were ready.
Ah!
and he tears the scroll. And in an instant, you find yourselves in a much warmer place. Your eyes take a moment to adjust. You are used to the cold.
He's Guy from Galaxy
No, I
Quest.
was gonna say I'm gonna be Guy. Welcome.
Hey,
Here's
bro.
Eddie, I'm gonna need
Hello.
you to move, baby.
Do we need to scoot this way?
I will actually.
Here's it. Hey, you. Okay. Okay. We'll play upstairs. Love you.
So I'm trying a new angle today.
How is it?
So
We're not being
it's good.
Right,
You'll see why in a second.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I figured you'd get closer to the window. Okay.
So, we divvied up the loot, leveled up, and Leas and Erlander showed up with the scroll of teleport, and has taken everyone to Lathander's temple in Waterdeep.
Crouch.
Crouch. Statues worth 500 gold pieces.
Yes.
You got
I'm
one.
really not
5,416
right now.
gold
Just have my hips work.
Watch it gold.
Actually, I think that is
Those
in the
narrow,
I'm trying,
those
dude.
narrow non-birthing
Alden, can
gifts.
you check your inventory? Pretty sure you're the one that took
I have Resmir's loot.
Resmer stuff.
I do.
Can I have that dragon statue?
Mhm.
Because it's necessary for a spell that either I take or don't take.
Can I get my mask
As long as you
back?
keep it, as long as you keep it a secret. Like, I don't want them to know what I got.
Okay, fair enough.
Saru was told
Okay.
about it, so she would have sought you out and
Yeah.
tried to get it.
I also specifically requested it from Resimir, and she's like, "That's a big ask," but and it's like, okay, so you do have one, is what I'm hearing.
Silver statuette with
It's gold.
dragon
It has-
heed.
I think it has to be gold.
Did I get the dragon mask back from you? From
I would have
Resimir?
given it back.
What?
I would have given it back.
I just didn't remember if I had even asked because
Actually, we determined that the
Yeah, glass
dragon
case
mask
is
was given to potion seller who put it on Ingrid
yeah.
to give her healing from acid damage.
Like that helped us any last
Did it
session.
destroy the mask?
So bad for
So can I get the
you.
mask back?
Worst rules.
What?
I need my mask back, my
You want
dragon
it?
mask. Yes, I want the dragon mask.
Okay.
Okay,
Have to
cool.
ask Ingrid.
I have to ask Ingrid. Fair
Does
enough.
Does anybody have mending, the cantrip?
Haha, he does.
Alright,
Just took
I
it.
will take a different one then.
We got to take a long rest.
Yes.
Oh, hooray!
Yeah, so you're good.
I no longer have 3 hit points.
We also leveled up.
Yeah.
So we're going to need you ready to do
Can I move
points.
things from my equipped to my backpack?
You also received bracers of defense,
Ooh, cool.
as well as 3 sapphires worth
I
300 gold
completely
pieces.
missed
Wow.
the move button.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no problem.
That's quite the horse.
If I were to use sentinel
You
attack,
pass these over.
yeah.
Sentinel is a good feat.
Oh, there you go.
And then one of these
So
is
sentinel
yes.
attack, would I
So whichever
would
one
I
is
get to
yours
sneak
is
attack on the
first.
sentinel
I think it's gonna
attack,
be
or
this
is it just a
Alright, ready
Yeah,
for
so
some
it fulfills
notes?
the conditions
Uh,
of sneak attack.
No,
Really?
yeah.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
However, you can only sneak attack once per round.
right? So I'd be giving up my reaction and my sneak attack. So my next one, I'd probably be able to attack.
You can attack, but it wouldn't have sneak attack damage.
Someday,
Right,
someday
right.
I will invest.
Could I
in pretty
move,
dice.
or is that
Not as part of your
Remember, I
reaction.
saw
Right,
somebody on
okay.
TikTok who made these beautiful dice that were like,
Oh
they
yeah.
were just insane. And that was the first time I ever actually wanted to buy beautiful dice, and they were like $50 a piece.
Did you see the dice that I got?
No.
Alrighty, so your eyes take a moment to adjust. The sudden shift in both temperature and light and setting isn't too disorienting. It's like you blinked your eyes. One moment you were in one place, and the next you were somewhere else. You take off the layers of winter clothes that you had on, as it is quite warm here, and you find yourselves in an enormous cathedral. Light streaming through stained glass windows. All around you see symbols to Lathander, the god of light.
Oh boy,
Leosin
good
says,
place to be.
Oh, and
He's
pretentious.
Oh, we're with the kobold version again.
yeah.
Snickers.
I love that you hear that voice and you're like, oh, I know who
Oh.
this is. Why?
Did you get all the loot?
I didn't get any of the loot.
Okay, let's. How much gold was it?
5,416.
And
Wow,
3
okay.
sapphires
So we
worth
have-
300 gold.
I can't.
Yeah.
Yes.
One at a time.
I
One
can't
at a time.
What was the goal?
Five,
You told me new
five,
information, so that got
four,
pushed out.
5416.
5,416. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where took these ones at?
Alright, ready? 3 sapphires worth 300 gold each.
Oh my goodness.
It's like Orion's belt from Men in Black.
Me, only 3 stars.
This is why even at
3 stars.
What?
why even
What?
as no, I was gonna say even as an adult I couldn't have those because I want to chew on it. And I know it's used.
This
300
D20
gold
is-
sapphires, 3 of them.
3, yes.
Oh wow, where'd you get these?
Dispel dice.
So pretty.
Order on Kickstarter.
So
They're like
pretty.
$60.
Same place we were.
Three
Finally,
Three
there was
sapphires and then bracers of defense.
bracers to defense.
Yep.
You're literally the only one that can make use of them, so they're for you.
Aha! Because I have
Nice.
no proficiency in armor.
But now you have one.
You got the worth of the sapphires too, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you find yourselves in the Temple of Lathander. Leosin says, "All right, hurry. We have to make it across town. I'm sorry to pressure you, but events move apace. Follow me." And he heads toward the entrance of Lathander's temple.
I guess we'll follow.
Chloe, did you want to get the mask from Ingrid?
3 things.
It's
I mean,
from Ingrid.
I'm a pirate and I got it and I loaned it, so I want it back. But it's not a make or break. It's not something that needs to take up time.
Okay. Every time you reach for the mask or ask, Ingrid hisses, and acid begins to drip from her mouth.
I am going to cuss this dragon out in Draconic one day, and then die, and I'll be okay with it. All right, I don't get my mask back.
Okay.
I cannot wait for that day.
So
Right. You guys are no longer in the Ice Temple.
yeah, I need to remember.
Different
it.
fantasy
so pretty
ambiance.
Thank you.
I've been washing and blow drying it every day. It
My
makes a
bad.
huge difference.
Alrighty. You make your way through the hustle and bustle of the city.
Howdy.
Once more, Waterdeep is the city of splendors. It is an enormous city that you've been through before, but again, you're just taken aback by its spectacular size and nature.
Snicker's gonna jump in every trash pile he can.
So Waterdeep, what big event happened in Waterdeep to help?
The gnome. I want to talk
Oh,
to
that
the
was
gnome.
that was Billy.
Oh.
When he got thrown out of his shop.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't go back there.
That is Billy?
You guys have enough money to actually afford some of the swears now. Though.
That's why I'm going
Well,
over there.
I thought they were like more or less permanently kicked out.
I think he just erased our memories and
No, he
moved the shop.
undid it. He undid it. I was there, and then suddenly I was outside, and then suddenly there was nothing there.
You used to wish.
I was with you, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
see, none
No,
of
you
us.
were in. I think you were in there.
Yeah, none of us who were inside remember it
I
at
mean,
all.
she's like
We don't remember
20.
going there. We don't remember meeting him. we
Whereas
don't
I
remember
saw you
the
go
monsters.
in,
And
and
I
then
would like
suddenly
to seek out this.
Whereas I saw you go in.
Low estimate.
something happened, and then
Billy
there was
has
no going,
many
you were
levels.
outside.
Does anybody
Well,
have
there's so
gum?
many people I don't recognize.
Okay.
Andy.
It was one of
You
the
guys
many
hustle
things
across
I
the
didn't
city.
bring, but meant to
I'll
bring.
put those up in a second.
That's fine. I just
You're about
want something
halfway
to chew
across
on.
the city when something rather odd occurs.
Rather odd.
We showed up.
You drop down to the center
You
of the
notice
We
your
show up.
reflection. Why you've been adding?
Okay.
It's always growing.
Yeah.
See, I got the Necronomicon over there.
What?
You know what? I was noticing that, but I didn't actually know what it was. That's really cool.
What's the
Necronomicon.
Have you guys seen Evil Dead?
Of course.
Is that this?
It just looks evil. It looks like it holds
The
dark
tree.
powers.
The book to bring back the dead.
Okay, there we go.
A sudden shift in the wind
Oh, no.
brings with it a strange sense of unease.
Could I be stealth?
Sure.
Terrible for
You
For as long as
start feeling
possible.
uneasy and you slink behind some garbage cans.
That
So
he's
he was
diving
just-
into.
Yeah.
Snickers
Currently
is currently waiting
Yeah.
for him.
I hide behind the
feeling-
large hands.
The feeling is akin to the drop in air pressure before the approach of a deadly storm, or faint tremors felt from a landslide or earthquake before a weather. You're not the only ones who have noticed. The city around you goes unnaturally quiet. No dogs bark, no birds squawk. Even the street vendors have gone silent. Most notable of all, Ingrid lays flat on her belly and puts her front paws over her head.
Chloe steals the mask.
She begins hissing and acid drips again.
I didn't
Suddenly
even say
she's-
it was me.
She sits up.
Is
Looking
she
around.
afraid of like a hurricane or something?
She flutters up to the roof of a nearby house and
Not her.
begins looking around and finally settles with her gaze to the west. Sorry, to the east. She stays motionless as a statue for a moment, and then for a brief moment looks back. Her eyes make contact with potion sellers. She then spreads her wings and takes off,
Come back.
It flies away.
Could I roll for perception, just being an outsider who has nothing to do with what just happened, but the dragon that's been following
Did you
him
just
just
lose your
left?
Ingrid?
It's time to leave the nest.
Just to see if I notice anything.
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking for anything just like suspicious
What
or
kind of
off,
vibe?
like-
Are you picking up any specifics from the bad vibes?
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
Yes, make a perception check.
Could I also do that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Everyone who would like to.
I would like to use my ability to detect dragons right now.
I have
How
a
far
passive
away is
perception
that?
of 18. In case that matters.
What did you say?
I have a passive perception of 18.
Well, perception. Well, it's
Okay, so I can
Yeah.
detect with primeval awareness. I can detect up to
So I
1
definitely
mile,
noticed
but then
I noticed we're outside.
Pass me the blue. Try it. It doesn't
I got
actually matter.
oh, favorite enemy. Okay.
Have a favorite color.
I have an advantage on survival checks to track. So with my primeval awareness, I can detect them within 1 mile, and then with the favorite enemy, I get advantage on my roll for survival.
Okay. With your primeval detection, whatever it is, you can sense that Ingrid is the only dragon within that mile. However, she is rapidly winging away.
Can I, before she gets too far, can I hold up the gaseous potion and say, hey, take this, just in case?
She doesn't turn back.
No? Okay.
She continues flying until she's a mere speck in the sky,
So
and then vanishes over the city wall.
We'll see you.
with
Only got a
with that
count?
awareness,
Dragons count as like smart enough for me to potentially message. Obviously, she's too far away for me to do that, but hypothetically.
Yeah.
Okay.
with the primeval awareness, I can sense aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead
Within a mile?
within a mile.
Does it have any limitations? Like
Let's see,
cover?
as an action, you spend
Or-
1 ranger spell slot.
Oh,
You have to use a spell slot.
okay.
Or
Or
you're long
or
rested.
within up to 6 miles if you're in your favorite terrain, which I am.
You're in urban?
Yeah.
Well,
so
we're
city.
we're coastal, aren't we? It's a coastal city.
No, you're in the city, so therefore.
Yeah,
you're
this will be
as-
urban.
Coastal is more like
Yeah.
shorelines.
That's what I'm sorry. Wish
Sorry.
I
I only
have your
picked
back
coastal
there,
because
but-
I knew how many coastal cities we traveled to.
Well,
That's
But
alright.
on
That's
the
alright. That's alright.
coast, I'm not even going to begin to guess what else is in Waterdeep. However, you focus on Ingrid. It comes to a point where she leaves more than a mile away and you can no longer sense her.
Okay, and so I don't sense any undead in a mile either.
You probably do, but it's
I mean, probably
probably
some
not.
Well, I
I'm not
mean,
even going to begin
big
to do.
undead, but nothing like a perch.
I'm just thinking. I
There's
know
an
that I
amazing
know that there's a
amount
lich
of
in this story somewhere.
Yeah.
In
Waterdeep.
any
Wait,
given
fae fiends
D&D
and
city.
aberrations?
Huh?
Fae fiends and aberrations?
Yeah, and other stuff too.
There's definitely something under the city.
Okay.
Alright.
The
I don't
silence
even wanna
lasts
know.
only a moment before the normal sounds of Waterdeep return to mask the unexplained.
How does Leonson react to it? Because we're traveling with him, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
Good question.
Yes. Mask the unexplained sensation. Looking at Leosin, he noticed it just as definitely as any of you. He takes a moment, expressionless, and says, "That's concerning. We should hurry."
Anything specific or just
I found a
vibe?
circlet!
It's not a circlet, it's just some wire.
Good cobalt.
Do you think there's any insults
And put it on.
that Gyps will come back and get rid of
Gives you
Cobalt?
-1 defense.
I think you should try it.
No, I'm scared. I might slightly believe in the movie God. Yes.
Wait, I don't
Thing.
remember HP.
I mean, I'm a
Yeah.
whatever it is, the forest elf. So I
More
figured
guys.
that
What elf?
wood elf. Thank you. I figured that the temple we were in with the god of light and then also the goddess of the moon
Yeah,
were
wait,
two
are we
things
we're
I
still
would
at the
believe
temple?
No, you're about halfway across the city and hustling towards the nicer part of town.
Well, that's new and concerning.
in.
Tis the council of Water.
Yeah.
We've come a long ways until little white dots on the board.
Yeah, seriously.
Faces and
Okay.
color.
You guys hurry across town. The houses you pass go from average urban houses
Avatar.
to
Fire Kingdom or
Advertising.
Fire Kingdom and Air.
See, I looked at
Oh,
that and
thank
I was
you.
like, that's a really heavily Republican council. We've only got one Green Party, one Democrat, and one undeclared.
Yeah.
I was
Independent,
gonna say you have too many people making decisions.
Alrighty.
Small
The houses go from average urban to fancier and larger until finally you're
Oh, my
hustling
favorite
across
environment.
entrances
Yeah.
to
Rich people
fine
like that.
manors with guards. Finally, you come upon a palace. The guards nod to Leosin, give everyone else hard and stern looks, and Leosin ushers you in through the gate.
I give him a hard and stern look back and just
Okay.
I wave the
Kissy
half-eaten
faces.
apple.
I tell him my potions are too strong for him.
Perfect. Leosin leads
not
you
that they can do
up
anything
into the entrance of this palace. He then leads you through a number of corridors until you come to a large room just filled with what you can only guess are the nobility of the city. Many men and women, many of whom are arguing. Leosin says, make way, and pushes through the crowd, leading you through. He comes to a set of double doors, which he knocks on, and then he pushes open. Pushing through the crowd, you are admitted into a large chamber, in the center of which is an enormous round table, sitting around which are 10 people
I guess it's service
who at the moment
the rope in the library.
are deep in argument. Let's see.
It's not a rock, it's a stone. It's not a stone, it's a pebble.
At the moment, there is one woman,
It's a
this
ledge.
lady,
It's a small
standing
it's a
up
large
with, leaning forward with her hands on the table and saying, "We cannot fight what we do not understand." In response, another man stands up and slams his gauntleted fists on the table. You actually recognize this man. It's Unthar Froom.
Hey!
Unthar.
He says, "The strong must defend the weak, whatever the cost. We must find the source of this and put it out of its misery."
you can fight what you don't understand perfectly well, just not like
Well,
do a good job at. Yeah.
You can do it.
You
but
can
maybe
be,
you
it's
shouldn't.
just not great.
The arguing continues for a little while. Leosin hurries forward, and he leans down and whispers into the ear of one of the delegates, a woman with raven hair.
Ramalia?
Malia
Is she a wood elf?
Peach tree.
She does have pointy ears.
Haven Tree.
Really close. She's a moon elf.
Wait,
Wood elf.
I've never heard of moon elves.
It's a wood elf name.
They're elves of the moon.
Are they from the moon or do they worship the moon?
Hard to say.
You're from the moon. I think they worship the moon.
There is a lich on
I do too. Maybe I should hang out with her.
In fact, let's see.
the Get in good with the moon elf.
You just wink. Yeah.
Wearing my wire
You
circle.
get Tear Hornblade's attention. He winks back. You're like, no.
No, I'm totally
Wrong
on board
part
with
of the
that.
table.
In fact, everyone on the table
You guys
here
have no idea
and
what Jix's
up here
sexuality
on
is.
the
I don't even think Jinx does.
All of us here and what?
Very fluid.
these
That
10
very
people
true.
are the ones sitting around the table.
Oh, okay.
They're also around my screen. If you can't see them,
Did you laminate those yourself?
yeah, but tape one.
Can you see them, Brooke?
Well, Brooke can see those.
I can see the screen,
Yeah,
and
so
I
you guys
can.
can see these ones. So, this is the Council of Waterdeep. Leosin hurries forward and he whispers into the ear of one Ramalia Haventree. She looks back and sees the six of you. She stands up and clears her throat, and silence falls at the table. She then speaks. The party of adventurers that the Harpers sent to follow one of the shipments of gold that the cult has stolen has returned and are ready to give their report. The other members of the council look up, and you suddenly find yourself under the watchful gaze of 10 strangers whom are very well dressed and, if the feeling, are of great nobility and power. The one at the head of the table, a man in full armor, this guy, Daggolt Neverember stands up and says, "Well, come forth. Let's see. Lady Laurel." She stands and gives a gracious nod of her head. Addressing the party, she says, "Would any of you be opposed to giving your report in a zone of truth?"
I'm not opposed. Should we only be saying something if we're
I'm opposed!
Okay.
Is that what we were asking?
You
Wait, I'm
would
sorry,
be
who was
opposed to
asking?
Zone of Truth.
Silverhand.
Laurel Silverhand.
Was she the elf?
She
No,
is,
That's the elf.
she's
the-
She's
okay.
something else.
Laurel is a human. You do see that she is wearing the long flowing robes of a wizard.
They're all seated at a table,
Are
right?
they asking
Yes.
for our recants of just the
If they want
dragon
us to do
encounter
it
or
as a-
everything that's happened on the trip so far?
They haven't asked yet.
Oh, I thought they asked us to
Well,
tell
they
a
asked
tale.
if we would be averse to telling it in a zone of truth, and
I said yes!
I said, wait, are you telling us only to say something if we're against it, or
A zone
Why don't
of
we have-
truth.
I mean, do we really have
it's a
anything
circle
to
that
hide?
makes
Yeah,
you tell the truth?
Do you remember when I was impersonating Bob Luck? That was how she figured it out. Otherwise, I would have gotten away with it.
I don't think
I will!
I don't think we have anything to hide.
Like, I'm fine with it.
Very well.
due to American politics
will
that
forgive
makes
us,
me nervous.
He'll say it. He'll do it.
I will.
Events move apace in Faerun, and I'm afraid we cannot stand for misinformation in this council.
So true.
She waves her hand and utters an incantation, and a quite large zone of truth appears, large enough for all of you to stand in.
How
Code of
Consider it.
silence.
Okay.
Did you want to do HP real quick?
What did you get?
What do you get?
I got 2?
4.
Okay, yeah. I was like, I'll take whatever you got, because I got a 2. Can't get worse than that. Well, it can't.
Well, you.
Yeah.
There's a very slim chance that it can.
Well, not even slim. Not slim. I have
So,
a 6. So
Who's all getting into the zone of truth?
we're already
We're all-
there.
we're all
in it.
I'm leaving the zone of truth.
Okay.
Okay.
Cobalt,
And-
get back here!
And I would like to steal a writing instrument from the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slowly just.
bull
It's just
stealing
a
from
table.
You approach. I mean, the table is. There's delegates all around the table. Who are you approaching for a writing instrument?
Unthar Flurum. He's so nice and big.
He doesn't know you.
I know he doesn't.
You approach Omthar and he rests a hand on his great axe. Looks
Okay.
very menacing.
Great, good job.
Reach out my hand until he looks too menacing. Anyway, keep going.
He's literally the little sibling. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
They're like
Not
right up to
making
the
eye
top. Not in your
contact the
room.
whole
Yep.
time.
I'm not in your room. Hanging through the door. I'm not in your room. My feet are outside of your room.
Before you give your report,
Never had
Remy Haventree is speaking up.
Because you're the little sibling, dude.
She says,
Yes.
before you give your report, introductions are in order.
Yes.
You are unfamiliar with most of those sitting at the table, so I shall start. I am Romalia Haventree. You might say that I am Erlanther's superior. I am the representative at the table of the Harpers. As I understand it, some of you have joined our organization, and I'm glad to count you as one of ours. She sits back down. Onthar Froom stands up. I remember some of you. Potion seller, how the heck are you?
Oh. Our potions are strong as ever.
And Saru, it's a pleasure.
Hi.
Once again.
Everybody else died.
I'm. Sadly, that is not surprising given the danger of your mission.
Our potions are too
I
strong.
meant to say nice to see you too. I don't know why I said. No, I do know why I said that.
Turning to the rest of the table, Onthar
I can
says,
spell as well.
I, for one, can attest to the value and strength of their blades and their spells. At least of those two. And he sits down.
And I failed to steal his pen when he's slightly distracted because I rolled a 7 for my sleight of hand.
One of the aides around the sides of the room comes forward with some parchment and a pen. Hands them to you.
Think it down on the ground, draw.
Draw.
Starts just drawing.
You see a half-elf stand up. He is wearing leather armor as well as... What is he wearing?
These are
It looks like-
they
It looks like the
Forest eater.
furs of animals. He stands up and in a very, very quiet voice, he says, sorry.
Oh no.
Just whispering gibberish.
I'm Delon Winterhound. I am the representative of the Emerald Enclave. And he sits down very fast.
I like him.
What happened to that egg?
What?
Take the egg.
We gave you an egg.
Couple of eggs.
Oh, I believe that was someone else.
Oh, okay.
Stands up. Yeah, those were some druid friends.
Well,
of
I don't
mine.
know if you know. I know I don't know.
I thought you meant Cordell. Cordell, what did you
Good
do?
save. Yeah.
Sure.
You see a dwarf stand up, and he's actually the largest dwarf you've ever seen. Still shorter than most humans, but
Dwarves.
he could pass for a short human except for his extreme stoutness. He is almost as wide as he is tall. He stands up, and actually as he gets off his chair, he only raises a few inches as he stands up. He says, I'm be Conrad Braun Anvil. Ah, crap, how do you just... He's a Scottish accent.
Hey,
I can do
she
it.
got it.
I'm
Here,
gonna
what
plug
do
my
you need said?
ears.
What do you
No,
need
I'm just
said?
kidding.
I'm
Repeat after him.
Conrad Braun Anvil.
I'm Conrad Braunanville.
Oh, that's so good.
No, it's beautiful.
Representative of the dwarves.
Huh?
Representative of the dwarves.
I'm here to represent all the dwarves in this matter on this council.
Perfect.
Here, here.
Absolutely.
Thank you, thank you.
Braun Anvil
I
sits
just want
down.
to say I.
I.
He sits
Whatever
down.
it is, I'm down.
The lady who was yelling at the beginning stands up and says, I'm Laurel Silverhand. I am from here in Waterdeep. It is a pleasure to meet you.
She just must be rich or something.
Is it? For who?
She's the one who is wearing wizard robes, and she casts the zone of tears.
What? Oh, she's the best. Oh, Urza. You have chocolate.
Can you give me some chocolate?
That's objectively untrue.
Well, I think
Man, I gotta get me one of those.
This guy stands up.
Right.
Older
Yeah.
Raven Guard stands up. Says, I'm Older Raven Guard, Marshal of the Flaming Fist Warriors of Baldur's Gate.
Oh.
Tyranny Hornblade stands up. I'm Tyranny Hornblade Thunderspells.
Thunder spells?
I'm the representative of the Silvery Moon.
I do thunder spells.
His
You
is
do
a
thunder
title.
points, or you do thunder points.
I do lightning spells.
His
Yeah.
name is Tyranny Thunderspells Hornblade.
Interesting.
He is also
Hyphenated?
wearing
I'd
wizard
like to
robes.
be known as
Hyphenated.
Fireball.
He's rep of the Silver Moon?
He is, let's see,
Lord Fireball Maximus, that's my name.
he's from the town, he's from the city Silvery Moon,
Oh, okay, so
and he served as High Mage of Silvery Moon for many years.
There's a higher level
Where's
magician.
Silvery Moon?
Cool.
Do we know that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Imagine it could be found on
Code
map.
for
It's not-
DM code for it doesn't matter.
The
I'm learning.
man at the head of the table stands up. I mean, it's a circular table, but his chair is more of a throne.
Yeah.
He stands up and he looks quite lordly.
Yeah.
He stands up and he says, I am Daggled Neverember. I was actually born here, but I reside in the city of Neverwinter. I've been rebuilding that city and the road to it for some time now.
The guy in charge of the road project was one of the cult. We killed him. Sorry if that's been going poorly.
When your report addresses that, I will have some questions.
Sorry.
It's okay, sir.
Sorry.
And I should be saying what these people are. Onthar Furum is a human paladin. Romalia is a moon elf fighter.
Ranger.
Delon Winterhound, half-elf ranger. Conrad Braunanvil is a shield dwarf fighter. Laurel Silverhand is a human wizard. Ulder Ravengard is a human fighter. Tyranny Hornblade is a human wizard. Daggled Neverember is a human fighter. Next, you see another human paladin stand up with the help of a cane.
Nice.
The cane is actually, it looks like a... the The material is quite hard to describe. It's like pearlescent white.
Opal.
Not quite opal. It
That'd
has
be
almost a
terrible
magical
to make it
swirl in
happen.
it.
Too
Um,
soft.
However, for most people, it'd be hard to
So
recognize. For you,
Would be the girls.
you would recognize the material as dragon bone.
Do you say that?
Huh?
Do you say that to us? Like, well, that's a dragon bone cane. And we're just like, ooh.
Yeah.
And everyone regrets
Sure,
not harvesting
sure.
dragon bone.
I mean, I was pretty.
I know.
I was pretty focused on Deland Winterhound. I'm like enamored.
Yeah.
For reasons unbeknownst to me.
Okay.
My turn to fall in love, traveler.
As the king stands up, he says, I'm known as Sir Isteval. I'm, to be honest, I'm not technically a member of the Lord's Alliance. My position on this council is mostly honorary. However, in my day, he's quite old, I was known as a veteran dragon hunter. Sadly, I have retired from the field of battle. You hear a small come from Onthar Furum. He glances over it and then ignores it. He says, anything I can do to assist you, just let me know. He sits back down.
Wonder if I can make him younger.
Finally, kind of been quiet and reserved, you see an elf fighter / druid wearing pristine green armor and a long cloak. This guy just looks pretentious, and he's got a gold and silver circlet of royalty upon his brow.
Not as good as mine.
He looks around and notices that it's his turn. He stands up
Yeah.
and says, I am King Melindrock. I am the representative of the elves, both the high elves and the wood elves on this council. I'd like it known that my people were once the greatest civilization to grace Faerun, and my forces... And we are the heir to that history. I will not squander our waning strength.
Do you think that
That's
his
what
armor
I'm
looks that good? Because
That's what
never
she
seen
is.
a
Okay, I get it.
battle.
Yeah, I've thought
Wait,
about that
he's-
about a lot of the people.
He's
here.
the king of all the high and wood elves
He's the representative. He's just the king of
Oh,
the wood
okay.
elves.
of the witch.
Wood elves.
But I don't like him.
Oh, that sucks.
It's just,
Oh wait, I'm a pirate. It doesn't matter.
yeah.
You
Okay, we're good.
hate authority.
That's
You
right.
actually
That's
love
right.
it.
That's
You're-
right.
you're-
It's
it's
great
right.
role
It
play.
makes
sense now.
Not
I get
mine.
it.
King Melindrock.
Lord Neverember stands up again and he says, Onthar Froom, your friend, he is here as a representative of the Order of...
Sort of the gauntlet or something.
Yes, the Order of the Gauntlet. Ramalia here is representative of the Harpers, and Dylan Winterhound is here as the representative of the Emerald Enclave. The rest of us represent the Lord's Alliance. We are all various nobility that lead the greatest cities of Faerun. And we've gathered this council together to confront the threat that faces us. The threat of the cult of the dragon. As I understand it, you on your mission were successful. Unfortunately, across the continent, others have not been so fortunate. The cult rages across the land, pillaging and burning, stealing and looting. We've gathered together to confront that threat. And so, without any further ado, we would like to hear your report. We've heard from eyewitnesses and from Onthar, of course, but we'd like you to begin with the sacking of Greenest.
So there was a dragon in Greenest. We were going there, and the dragon was there. We chased it off, but
Conrad speaks up. He says, "You chased off a dragon! Now that's impressive!"
it more just I think it was more just done with the place.
My potions
I
were too
missed.
strong for it.
I did keep 2 people from falling to their deaths, so I'm proud of that.
There was a half dragon, blue if I recall. That
No,
Almost
not a
killed
child,
Traveler
just a
there.
TV. That's playing children's stuff. She's like, look, if you're gonna sequester me to this room with you, I'm gonna want watch.
The council continues to watch you with gestures of approval. Continue.
I wasn't there for it.
So
Potion seller.
But Saru was there too.
Saru and potion seller were here.
we're
Yes.
literally the only two people who
The
were.
rest was joined later or died.
Yes, my potions are too strong for it.
So
Should
we
last
infiltrated the cults after failing to challenge them. They said that if we won the challenge, they would leave. We didn't win, so we infiltrated the cult and failed at that. But then we went back and we killed their leader, so they cleared out of there, and we got the treasure back to them.
The one that you killed was the Dweller of Purple.
Yes, Frulam
This is
Mondath.
Romalia.
Yes, Frulam Mondath.
Ah.
I have her clothes.
We've heard tell of this one. However,
Do you want them?
no,
Okay.
there's no need.
I want him.
Were you able to interrogate and get any information from this Wearer of Purple before her demise?
She was pretty against talking to us.
Pretty sure we got her journal though.
Yeah, we got her journal. And a book of bad poetry she wrote.
Do you still have it in your possession?
I think we gave it over to the. I think we gave. I point at the guy we gave it to because.
Onthar stands up and says, "We have that information. Elias and Erlanther as well." And she nods and
This
settles
feels like
down.
a test.
I kept notes.
Dodged before.
My notes.
But I
are-
died.
I also kept notes.
It
They're
was
not
dragging.
great.
Lady Silverhand gestures that you continue.
After that, we started going north. I got arrested.
A moment. Romalia speaks up again. You said there was another leader in the camp. Did you ascertain her identity or his?
Yes,
Yes, it was Res.
Yeah, it was Resimir.
The black dragonborn.
Yeah,
No, half dragon.
Half dragon.
half
Dragonborn.
dragon. Yes.
Do you know if she was merely another leader of Purple?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think. I don't know if
She
it
was
was.
a mascot.
She was one of
You-
the
you
worm
can check your
speakers.
Worm Speaker, and you see everyone at the table just kind of sit up a little straighter. Were you able to capture her?
My potions were too strong for her.
The answer is no.
Yeah.
Wait, we did? We
Very
did?
strong.
Oh, right, we did. We killed her.
At Greenest?
No.
They're
Wait,
way castle.
Feed you
Wait.
just so
Oh, at the
many
castle.
resources
Yeah, we-
now that I've seen that.
That we
Dude.
about like
I'll make you a potion.
We'll become rich. together.
less than a week, like a couple days ago. A lot happened.
Uh,
I was a dinosaur.
Tyranny Hornblade leads forward and says, it would be best if the telling of the story were in order. That would be the
Well,
most
yeah,
beneficial.
but
pulled that
you asked
little
what
one
we
out.
did with. Anyway,
There were zombies when
Yeah,
you
there
headed
were
north.
a lot of
Before you made it
zombies.
to Waterdeep.
yeah, we made it to Waterdeep.
You were
That was-
interrupted again as,
These people are rude.
let's see, Delon Winterhound stands up,
Oh.
but he actually doesn't say anything for a
Oh.
moment until everyone quiets down. He
He's
speaks quietly and he says,
just asserts his power. Just sit there.
did you find anything in the camp of the cultists?
Oz.
Yeah, we found.
The map.
Yeah,
The
we
map
found a
of
map.
where they were going with the
Yeah, we
treasure.
found the map of where they were going with the treasure. Again, we gave pretty much everything we found to him. So.
Froom's report mentioned that you found a Petra.
Oh yeah.
We found
Where,
3
where
dragon
did
eggs.
she go?
Again, all given to
Uh,
There were some bad vibes in this.
Conrad
You said in
Braunendel
order,
stands
so I
up and he
can't
says,
talk about that.
well, I hope you smashed those eggs. Less dragons for us to deal with.
I took one and raised it as my own.
There's a murmur of
We can't tell what
astonishment.
happened to her yet because
around
you said
the-
to keep it in order.
There's a murmur of astonishment. Conrad looks a little taken back and he says, well, I say you should have killed the little worm and crushed the other eggs. He sits down and looks a little grumpy. Delon is still standing up. He says, well, I, for one, am glad that you did not. For all life, in all good hearts is a spot of darkness, and in all tragedies a glimmer of light.
Sorry, which one was the grumpy one?
Conrad Braunendel, the dwarf.
The dwarf.
The ranger,
Oh,
the Emerald Enclave guy, in all good hearts is a spot of darkness, and in all tragedy is a glimmer of light. I'm glad that you found the younglings and spared their lives and raised one as your own.
What happened to the other two?
We gave him to the Emerald Enclave.
Yes, for which I'm very grateful.
Because we're
Please.
like, we have these eggs. What do
Continue.
we do with them?
Yeah,
I don't think we can raise them.
Salon sits back down.
I'll go from there. So after that, we sought the treasure. We went north to
Davenport.
After Waterdeep got a job to repair the roads going north, and since the cult was going that way,
yes.
Yeah.
We followed the cult north,
Right.
and
Right.
what's the name of that place we
Thank
stopped?
you.
yeah,
Daggerford.
Traveler remembers
Yeah,
all
right.
this.
Daggerford. I'm
Elturel.
from there.
Alturel.
Well, seeing as how you can shapeshift into Traveler.
No, I
So you went
can't.
to Elturel.
Yeah, he's not
met with,
humanoid.
He's not
Baldur's
humanoid.
Gate.
No,
Went
it's
He's
to
not
Centaur.
human.
Sorry, Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, he's
Boy.
And then you went north to Waterdeep,
Well, let's see what makes
following
something
the
humanoid.
caravan.
Daggerford
Where is
before.
he?
Usually
I met
towards
you guys
It's
all
sort of
outside
between
of
I
Baldur's Gate
figured
and
that was it.
Okay. After Baldur's Gate.
I found them outside of Waterdeep, and these are some of the finest sellers of potions.
Then there's the
and
Roadhouse
lightning
of Bog
fingers
Luck.
This land has
Yes.
seen.
We came into some trivial conflict on the way to Elturel, or not Elturel, but
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
I got
We-
arrested.
We re-killed.
It's fine.
What's her bucket?
Oh.
Why
Won't
is-
firm.
why
We-
No,
is
we
that
not
suggestion the
Voltar.
first
No,
suggestion?
not Lontar.
No,
This is a
Furlong
terrible
Monk.
mistake.
Yeah, that's
Furlong
right.
Monk.
Because it has six
Six legs.
appendages,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she
Why?
didn't get killed quite the right way the first time.
Romalia leans forward and addresses the rest of the
That's
council.
right.
Yeah.
At this point,
That's
this group of adventurers were following
So you could've
my
wanted
request,
to.
or the request of
Large
the Harpers,
monstrous.
that they follow
But
Resnir
humanoid.
and the
You
treasure
said
from
humanoid.
Greenest to ascertain where it was being
It
taken.
says large.
We also,
Erratic
we also
large.
helped
Oh,
the guy out.
okay.
who
And it's
cult
both large and
Buried.
monstrous.
Yes.
Oh, okay, fair.
Can I just?
into the ground.
Can I?
Yes, another of our agents.
Yeah.
I don't know, can you?
I don't know.
Jake,
I'm
can I-
asking. I don't know if. Yeah, no, they know I'm here. Can I ask what's going on in this town? Because I met them all here.
They got
and
really
the
mad at
town
me when I was
not
saying
like
it out of
this
order.
before.
They got really mad when I said going out of order, so I think we have to wait until we get here.
Let's speed run. Okay,
Speed
so we did all that, and then we went
Confused, so
north
I'm just gonna let
to Bogluck's Tavern, and there we kicked some cultist butt.
At this
And
point,
they drove us out of
Dagolt
town.
Neverwinter stands up. I don't suppose you recognize my name, do you? Lord
No,
Never
literally
Ember
says
ring a bell?
Never remember. So we never remember.
No, Traveler.
Oh,
I'm afraid that I have heard of you. I've heard reports that a group that matches some of your descriptions were responsible for the deaths of a dozen or more construction workers in my employ, working on the road from Neverwinter to Waterdeep.
Yeah,
They
sounds
were
good.
members of the Cult of the Dragon. I'm sorry you don't that your employees very well, but
He
If
looks-
anything,
he
we
looks
should
down,
question you.
keeping an eye on the zone of truth, and slowly looks back up at you. I see.
Is he fit to be on the council?
Nah, let them
we
sort it.
challenged
Lord Never
we
Ember
challenged
is
one of their
basically
members
the leader
to
of the council.
we challenged one of their
That
members to a
Is all
duel,
more words.
and when
That's usually
our
the
side
person who's the
won
most.
it fairly, they all rushed in and attacked. So we were forced to kill them all.
And also, you discovered later on that Bogluck was totally a member of the cult.
I called him on it initially, but I didn't roll high enough to catch that he was lying about it. I'm just like, hey, what's that on your axe? And he's like, I found it. And I'm just like, okay.
You said Neverwinter is your name?
Yes.
Granted,
Never
Would you
remember.
be willing to step
you're
within
not
the
part of
circle
the cult.
and say that you were unaware of these cultists in your employ?
Let's see. Never He is.
Nice.
Yeah. No, he stands up and says,
So
I would be
sophisticated.
glad to share my truth. He steps into the circle and he says, for the information that you have revealed, I'm quite grateful. Any construction workers or anyone in my employ who is loyal to the cult is worthy of death, and for that I thank you. I was unaware of their true
Yeah, that is
allegiances.
right. Okay.
And
I
I will
have
say,
never written that
I
one in
was
my
fully
life, and I
willing
looked at
to
it and didn't have a
continue
red line. I'm like,
helping
that's
with the
not right.
road, but we got
Sorry, Chloe.
waylaid.
For the record, and he looks over at some court scribes, let it be noted that the turnover rate and death rate at the Karnath Roadhouse has actually dramatically decreased since Barglar vanished.
Wild how that works.
He goes and he takes his seat again.
Anywho,
Did you hear about any horses that were left there? He says he ate them. I don't want to believe him, because I like that horse.
I'm afraid such matters are below my concern.
we'll find those
It's a
others.
good horse. Sorry.
That's a
Anyways,
great.
we
I
continue
I
to
take it
follow
from
the
our
treasure.
Howard.
representative. I'm
And-
sorry we lost your
I was
horses.
just gonna say that to people now.
Because they
Just
were the
like,
ones who gave
like,
us the
oh,
horses.
no,
So.
like,
That's fine.
such matters are.
Anyways, we went into the swamp where they'd taken the treasure. We fought some bullywugs,
We got
and
run
we
down, so
started a
the
revolution
Bible
amongst the
would be
lizard folk.
Kobolds.
And
They were lizards.
No, not lizards. No,
Those were
not,
lizards.
not kobolds. Lizard
We
folk.
killed
Lizard
many,
folk.
many bullywugs. And then
Ulthar leans forward and says, "You found Castle Neritar, huh?"
Yep.
Yep.
What was there?
a portion of the treasure,
Two.
momentarily.
2 dead friends.
Yeah, we did
It was a shock.
lose some party members there. We also picked up some new party members.
Yeah, that was me.
As well as
there.
I outside of Waterdeep. Yes.
Pleasure to meet you all, and may Torm take the souls of Traveler and Wargrim.
Traveler will be back.
At this point, again, Conrad Brownanvil stands up, and he actually lets out a bellowing laugh. He says, "Ah, that bastard Morgrim!
Separate
That
character.
abs-
See, it's a
that's
separate
gosh.
character. I just gotta hold it together. Nobody talks about it.
That absolute
Beard.
shame of that absolute shameful, near beardless cur! He
He had a pretty
abandoned
good beard,
his.
actually.
What?
He had pretty good beard, actually.
Well, it was near
I
beardless.
just
He
get
was.
a great feeling about Saru out of nowhere for no reason.
His
So you've fallen in love too.
Anybody who defends a golden beard, like,
see,
so
Scottish,
I've just heard
Scottish.
stories about it. She's
I
seen
can't
it.
discuss. His physical beard may have been beyond reproach,
Sorry,
Thank
I know
you.
about his
Thank
metaphor
you.
beard.
I will take that.
but he was,
Nullifies anything he said.
But you're
but he was a coward, not worthy of the hairs on his chin. He left his
He was.
home, abandoned his nobility to tromp off to his death.
This is the so
Can I just like swing out Morgrim's great axe and like hang it over my shoulder in an angry, like visibly angry way at these
With all due
words?
respect, which is none, I don't like you. He was our friend, and he fought honorably.
What do I care for
Who
your
is more
affection?
grim?
Do you think you're
He
going to
was
intimidate
our
me with that little
friend.
toy
He had
girlie?
that
I
axe.
hold up some
The
of
gold-
beer
The
here.
golden beard.
Yeah,
Okay.
that guy.
Okay. He seems like a great guy anyways.
Ingrid said Traveler was delicious.
It's also is true.
I've also heard stories about him. He's
Anyways, from there we went to we infiltrated the cult and we
Through a
managed-
teleportation circle.
Re-infiltrated.
Yes, we managed to meet up with I forget her name.
Talis the White.
Talus the White.
She was great.
Never leans forward again. He says, "I'm sorry. In whose possession did you leave this castle?"
There's a teleportation
The
circle.
lizard folk.
Oh, we're at the lizard folk part. I forgot what the name of that castle was.
Castle Neritar.
They were great.
They are
There
decent
was
folk.
Wait, did anybody talk
Yeah,
about the fact
drop.
that I killed the
It was
bad
all the
guy?
worshipping of the
Missed
Black
my chance
Dragon.
of glory.
Yeah.
I
That was
did.
kind of a downer for them.
Yes, the dragons are why we're here. They are the problem.
Speak up.
And you've left a
It's too
castle
late.
in their possession?
No, lizard folk.
No,
not
we
dragon.
Lizard folk, not dragons.
The lizard folk worship the dragons.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, but they're nice.
Are you saying you wanted that castle?
You do know that castle was
We-
like just full of mud and muck, right? And these
It's-
lizard
Oh, we did
folk.
run a monster.
It's
Wait,
not a
Castle
great
Neritar?
castle.
I don't think you were there.
Oh,
Did you leave
yeah,
anyone
it's
else in the castle?
You were? Oh,
Uh,
I
you
thought
did
I
too.
met
Just,
No, I thought I met everybody
Spattergoo.
at the end.
If you wish to
Spattergoo.
contact them,
Outside
there
Walter-
is
no,
amongst
that's
them a
when she
lizard
was
folk of
introduced.
great
That's right.
reasonability
I say
named
Thank you, Kobold.
Snapjaw.
Snapjaw. He may
Yeah,
be
Snapjaw.
he may be reasonable.
There's
I feel
actually
he
one other person you guys left in Castle Neritar.
Well, it wasn't Spattergoo because he's dead.
Asparagus.
That's true. You shot him right in the
there was the
Did.
rose.
Let me look up Neritar.
Wait, the monster in the
Sorry, I'm looking
swamp.
at my notes for Bog Luck.
Yes,
The first
but
time we
it
met
was a
him.
person
It
you
says
left.
rough but trustworthy. That was a lie.
There.
So that was a lie.
Okay, my notes have
So that
gone
was a
too
Person
big.
as in human
I
or
live
person
in-
as in humanoid?
Person as in gnome.
Oh, so Gemna.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gemma.
right, yeah,
She
her.
died, didn't
Is she trying
No,
She
she's
died?
fine.
No,
No,
we just
she-
left
she-
her, that's
You
right.
merely left her behind.
Oh yes. There was also Gemma Gleamsilver, who accompanied us. She elected to stay behind at the castle. We have not heard from her.
Neverember looks over to Ramalia and says, Gleamsilver, could you look into that for me? She jots a note, nods.
Careful,
She's
she possesses a
actually a
great
Tiamat.
amount of poison.
I wonder where she got that from. That's a lie. I know exactly where she got that from.
Yeah, as you try to lie, you find your mouth closed and you can't speak.
I was being sarcastic. Does the circle not allow for sarcasm?
Sorry.
That's a great
Is-
question.
What is it?
Do you
Liars,
see the
angry
beard on
cousin?
Hornblade? There's nothing but
Yeah.
seriousness.
Wow,
going on.
Lorel leans forward. She's the wizard that cast the
Mhm.
spell. She says, I'm sorry, dear. My spells are quite strong.
No, it's fine. I don't care with that. I just don't know how to stop talking the way I talk.
Still stealth.
What happened after Mary's
Still
time?
behind the garbage.
Well,
I yelled,
we
but they
followed
don't
the
know where it came
teleportation
from.
circle.
I was there.
Ah, you picked up a kobold along the way.
Sure, a kobold.
As you say yes, your mouth closes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Anyway, we went
We
through
did
the
find
town.
it
We
there.
went through the teleportation circle. There was a troll. It had 4 arms. It was so scary. And then there was this lady. She was in white. Her name was Talus.
Tell us the white.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ramalia leans forward and says, was she aware of purple? She was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we know.
the color.
She was aware of white, but also purple.
Talus White. She jots it down. Says, interesting.
Yeah, she's
was
still there.
A dragon worm.
She was desirous to be a worm speaker.
Yes.
Yep.
Matter of fact, she employed us to take down.
The castle for
I forget the name of the place.
the
Castle, Skyreach Castle.
She
Sure.
employed us to take down Skyreach Castle in an effort to embarrass the cult and to show
and make
that
it
they were
clear
weak.
that they made the wrong choice in worm speaker.
Interesting.
She had a
She writes down
handmaiden
more
named
notes.
Cuspia. She was great.
I feel bad for Cuspia.
Well,
You know, it really seemed like a cut off your nose to
impersonated
spite
her
your
and then,
face
like,
kind of
went
plan.
to the
Whatever,
guy.
I guess.
Who, like, I guess she'd been dating and just, like, totally messed up their relationship.
No, it wasn't dating, but he had met her, and
They clearly had some,
Not when he was
some
done
degree
with
of
them.
history.
there was some sexual tension, and then he ended up bitch slapping me. So
That was probably one of the best ways I think you could have put it.
That's exactly how that went down.
So we were impersonating Bob Luck and company. Well, we weren't impersonating company. We were just said that we were with him. And
Yeah, there was impersonations of the cult members, and we almost got away with it.
until Bob Luck showed up.
So kill him.
So that was fun. So we
Is
killed them.
everything that the kobold is saying actually true? 'Cause he
Yeah,
hasn't
because
said
his
He hasn't lied
his
yet.
mouth
He's
has
not
a
in the
big-
circle.
not in the circle.
Oh, in the corner.
And he says, Bog Luck
And I thought
As
I
I'm
was doing
drawing.
good this session.
Neverember. Bog Luck has met his demise then?
You
Yes.
suck, kobold.
I'm glad.
I bit his head off.
I appreciate... You what?
I bit his head off.
I'm glad that he met such an unfortunate end. Those who are disloyal to the forces of good deserve
I
this.
do want to say Saru has pretty pointy teeth, so it's just like,
As the tiefling?
yeah.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
Very well. Did you reach Skyreach Castle? What did you find there?
Yeah, we sky reached it.
Does she want to take my seat
There
for
were
like,
a bunch
like
of-
3 minutes?
It was staffed by
Cool. I'll
kobolds,
be right back.
and there was
Yeah.
a cloud giant in charge of it. It was also full of cultists and some of the red wizards of Thay.
At this point, let's see. Tyranny Hornblade is taking a sip of mead. He- the what?
The red wizards of Thay.
He grows pale and he looks around. He says, "My fellow council members, this is grievous news. What were the Red Wizards of Thay doing there?"
They think
Well,
that
they're
it's better to raise Tiamat to help them gain control of the Lich, rather than thinking that instead we'll have two great and powerful evils running around. That Tiamat will definitely do exactly what they want. It's true
Sir-
because that's
sir,
what they think. I'm
do
just
you
saying it
not
sarcastically.
Also realize that they're kind of everywhere.
There's a lot of them.
The Red Wizards of Thay?
Yeah, we run into them almost every step
No,
of
it's
the
been
journey.
the
Well,
same
we run
one.
into the same guy.
We killed him.
But
Red
he
tattoos.
has been everywhere, so that's what I'm
True.
saying. Like,
With red and
it's
black
not like
tattoos.
this is the first time we've seen him. He's been almost everywhere we've gone. They travel quite, like, one of them at least could travel quite a bit.
Laurel Silverhand leans forward and says, "Was the one that you were following in Wrath Modar?"
We also killed that.
No.
No,
No,
we
we
didn't
didn't
kill
kill
Wrath
that
Mother. I
one.
killed the other one.
We were following the
Sit down.
tattooed man.
Going with the red and black tattoos.
Yeah.
Who was this one?
Hold on.
Zaspam.
That's it.
That one.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I haven't heard reports of Aspera Joss.
Well, he's
He's
dead.
dead.
However-
That's
Nothing
right.
to worry
Yeah,
about
he's dead. So
I
it's
hold
all
up a
good.
jar with one of his fingers.
Why do you have
However, Wrath
gotta figure
Modar
out
is
everybody,
far
I think.
more concerning.
Yeah,
The Lich.
Well, we bloodied him.
The Lich in Thay, honestly, the
Actually,
entire
really
country
don't
of Thay poses a threat to Faerun. But the exiles that have left Thay, for the most part, are refugees and of their own business. But these red wizards who've teamed with the cult, that is the most distressing. By themselves, the cult has not the arcane means of summoning their goddess. But with the help of the red wizards of Thay, that possibility is all too within their reach.
Sir, I don't think that is such a concern. I don't think that they really want to help the cult all that
No,
much.
they 100% want to help the cult.
Mhm.
They want to raise Tiamat because they think for some reason that Tiamat will help them take down the Lich King.
Then why did he help us, though?
Because
Aspera?
I don't.
He didn't help us.
He didn't
I
help
mean-
us. He just didn't sell us out.
Which is
Aspera,
helping.
if you want some
Yeah.
retroactive information, he did not care about Castle Neritar. He just didn't want you to follow him any further.
Oh, okay, then
Yeah, it was a threat.
scratch everything I said.
He told you that it was fruitless to attempt to stop the cult, and that you guys could claim Neritar for yourselves, just don't follow him anymore.
So never
And I
mind
said,
about what
got
said.
it. And we didn't follow him. We followed the cult. The fact that he was with the cult was incidental.
That is some good lawyer speak, and I love it.
So you know, there was Talus the White, the purple white lady.
Lavender.
Yeah.
The purple white.
So there's like 5 worm speakers, right?
Feels like direct
There's
translation.
Sever in the red,
Purple white and lavender.
Galvin the blue,
Romalia leans down and begins writing frantically.
Narrow Vein the green.
A sudden hush falls over the chamber, and King Melindrock stands up. He looks very pale and he says, "What was that last name?"
Narrow Vein the green.
You see him flush almost paper white, and he stumbles back into his chair and he sits down.
I'm guessing that's
Who
a
just
familiar
got
name
scared?
to you.
He's
The,
in
the
gray.
elf guy.
King Melindrock.
The king. Oh.
And then there's Resmir. Oh, sorry.
Naren Vane is my son.
Oh.
You're sure of this information?
Talus the White said it.
Hmm.
She really liked me at the time.
How sure was she of her information?
She seemed to be pretty
Well,
interested.
She seemed
Hard to
pretty.
say. She's
She
dead.
at the time she was talking to Bob Luck.
Oh no, she's not.
She was talking to Bob Luck. They were like really into it. Like
Sorry, I'm very
there
outside
was
of
some
my
sexual
head.
tension there.
Older
And she was
Raven
like, "Hey, Bob Luck, since you're so cool, and I really hate Varum the White, because Varum the White is also a dwarf."
Varum.
Yeah, that guy.
Varum.
Yeah.
V-A-R-R-A-M.
Varum the White, he only got his position because of nepotism. And she's totally against that. She wants a meritocracy.
Yeah,
you.
to country. Or is the campaign?
So, yeah, she seemed pretty open with it at the time.
Yeah.
To bog luck.
Okay. Everything you've been saying, Romalia was writing down as fast as she could. But King Millandrock, very pale, sitting down, he makes a gesture and he
Right at your eyes.
whispers
Oh,
very
you're
quickly
saying
in the
visor.
ear of an aide.
That's why.
He then stands up and he says, I must excuse myself. I will, I apologize to the honorable other council members. I must return to my homeland for a time. And he walks out of the room.
Heck yeah. One
Oh,
down.
that was
Mind
the
you go.
king. That was the king. Oh, thank God.
King Millandrock.
Thank God that man's gone.
One down.
Aha!
Joe needs someone else to fill that seat on the council.
Older Raven Guard leans forward and says, you said that this Talus the White was speaking to Bog.
Yes.
Where were you?
I was
You're not
there.
in the. You're not in the circle.
I'm not in the zone of truth.
I was there.
Uh-huh.
She had kobolds.
He leans back and
Smooth.
Look,
I'll jump in zone of truth.
I was there. Then jump back down.
I don't think that's how that works, but
very
Can
well.
you cross it?
I think you can cross into it, but you have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Or you can choose to fail it.
Choose to fail.
But they know if you failed it.
Yes. Laurel looks at him and nods and says, good enough for me for now.
Okay.
What happened next?
After that, well, the Bogluck died.
So
The
did the
wrong
troll.
Bogluck.
So did the troll.
Oh yeah, there was the troll too. He was scary.
We left one of the guys in jail.
Oh yeah, that was that. That was kind of sad.
I kept bringing it up and nobody cared.
Was this when you guys released that monster, that
This is when
ratty old man from jail?
Yeah, and we hit him in the hole.
Yeah, they escaped. Got scared away.
Yeah.
No, I mean the one that you shrank down. That was the reason
No,
you
that
guys
was
met
a
me.
different time.
Oh, okay.
No, that
He
was
got killed.
Okay, so I missed.
you
I
killed,
missed
you
that section.
killed him.
I know I killed him. I just wasn't sure if we were backtracking. And stuff.
Anyways, we ended up going to the floating castle,
Anyways.
Yes.
infiltrating the cult there.
Uh-huh.
I befriended the cloud giant who was the owner of the castle, beat him in a contest of strength.
Everyone looks at the circle of truth
My potions are too strong for him.
and glance at you to see your. They take in your twig arms, and your very slight frame. And
Strength
everyone
of
looks
eight.
puzzled, but they
Strength of
believe
eight.
you.
Good. And then we killed Rezmir.
Who?
Resmir.
Right, you already told them. Did you already tell them?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Rezmir?
really don't.
Wait. Romalia leans forward. You killed her.
Yeah.
Did you interrogate her first?
It was kind of spur of the moment. She was gonna kill him.
She, well, as a worm speaker, she would have been a formidable opponent. Did she carry anything on her person?
She
A
definitely
number
did.
of things.
Did she have a mask?
Yes.
Oh.
Did you take possession of that mask?
We did.
She
For a
leans forward.
moment.
She looks very hopeful.
We did. We gave it to
Uh,
the dragon that we had.
Laurel Silverhand stands up. Do you have it with you?
Okay, you.
Yeah, the
Okay, you told us not. You told us not to go out of order. I tried to bring this up earlier, but you told me to go in order.
This is of the utmost importance.
Okay,
Do you
what
have-
was
I'm
what
just
were
gonna
those
go
bad
ahead and
vibes?
say-
Like an hour ago, there was just like a pulse of bad vibes. I don't know how else to describe it.
I had the mask, just so we can move on from this conversation. It is now in the possession of a baby black dragon, and she is
Flew away.
not giving it back. She's
Flew
also
away.
she's
During the
also
period of bad
flown away
vibes.
because of the period of bad vibes. But
About an hour ago?
Yeah.
but our baby dragon has the mask now, and if you guys want to try to get it back, good luck.
I'm afraid none of us know what that disturbance was.
I want you to
Romalia leans forward. I do have agents working on it. If we find any information, they'll report it as soon as they can.
Did you want her sword?
Everyone glances around. No one says anything.
She had a religious symbol, but
Yeah, that too. But she
I
also
knew
had a
that.
sword. It talks.
Any
If
other
I may ask, why is the mask so imperatively important to you all?
Tyranny Hornblade leans forward. He and Laurel Silverhands are the magical wizards at the
Yeah.
table. He leans forward and he says, the 5 dragon masks were
Oh.
revealed to the cult leader. If the 5 of them are united,
that's
they play a pivotal part in the ritual which will summon Tiamat.
So I'm never
boy,
loading
we are-
anything to your baby again.
I trust Ingrid with all of my heart.
She won't give me the mask back. I'm not loading
If this is
anything
a
to
powerful
her
magic
again.
artifact used in
High-value
releasing a
targets
god,
right now.
it's probably got some deep magic of its own that she's probably not consciously screwing us over with.
No, but we don't know where or why she flew off, so she could have flown off
She
to...
flew east.
Romalia leans forward and says, I have agents searching as we speak.
She flew east.
We know nothing of the disturbance now. We will hopefully have some information soon, and hopefully this will reveal the intent of the dragon you raised.
And you know what the item is, so you can follow that.
Anyways,
I'm
the
going to
dragon.
struggle to pull the sword out of the bag of holding. Like, clank.
You want this?
No one wants it.
Ah, put it back.
The only item they care about is the black dragon mask.
It talks.
That's
It's
probably-
really bloodthirsty and very disappointed in me.
Because I tore the dragon's throat out.
I want you to be. Tell Jacob to help you. So
When you said you slew the dragon, Conrad Bronan,
tell
the
Jacob
dwarf, he
to
leans forward.
be
and says,
downstairs.
You slew a dragon, eh?
I tore its throat out.
Most impressive.
My potions were too strong for it.
That's true. He turned into a dragon. It was really cool.
I got cardio.
Does that mean you captured the castle?
Yes.
We got it back. Well, it's back in the possession of the
It is quite nice.
guy in charge.
You
Yeah,
returned
yeah.
to the sky giant?
Captured,
Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't
his.
say...
This is
He
gotta
opened
be your
us out.
favorite.
I wouldn't say captured, I would say liberated.
Have you any idea how strong a weapon that castle is?
It was his house.
It's not our castle and he's our ally.
Well, you should have waited for reinforcements and taken the castle from
Yeah,
him.
that's real easy
You know
to
what?
do in
Yeah,
the
next
sky.
time we're in a flying castle confronted by a dragon, red wizards, and the cultists, we'll make sure to wait for your reinforcements to find us in the flying castle.
Don't
We
forget
don't
the
even know how to
vampire.
call you.
The
Ron
messenger
Anvil,
person conveniently came right after the
Ron.
dragon was dying.
so Bron Anvil turns really red. He's about to retort to you when let's see, Sir Isteval leans forward and he says, Conrad, you know nothing of the situation. Save some grace, sit down. We'll discuss it later.
I have a question for Sir Isteval. You're a famous dragon slayer, correct?
My own legend is fading, but I did have my heyday.
Do you still have that ability?
There's not one ability that makes a dragon slayer. It is determination,
Number of
strength,
skills.
and strategy.
Do you still have these things? Could you slay a dragon?
He stands up with his dragon cane and he says, I'm afraid I'm an older man now, and I have a wound that prevents me from reliving my youth. You hear another from Olvar.
What if we killed you?
Can you tell me
Man,
about
I
this
don't like
wound?
you.
What?
I said, what if
I
we
just say
killed
that to
you
the
and
dwarf. I
cast
just
you
say,
down?
I don't like you.
No, that came from
From that
Olvar.
Oh, well, I know, but I heard the...
What
Oh.
I don't like any.
I am a seller of potions. Perhaps I can aid you in recovering some of this vitality.
I'm afraid my wound has some strange resistance to magical
Oh, it's a
healing.
dragon wound.
Oh.
Yes. I'm afraid even regular dragon wounds heal. This one, perhaps it is simply my age, but it resists healing.
I don't think that's it. It smells bad.
So you captured this castle, returned it to the Cloud Giant, and were summoned here?
Yes.
Sir
We
Isteval,
had to eat the glacial. It was delicious.
You ate a glacier.
No, glacial.
The dragon.
Yeah.
Ah, dragon meat is a unique taste, is it not?
Yeah. Didn't have any barbecue sauce. That makes me mildly disappointed.
Stringy. Greasy. Just like a grizzly.
Sir Isteval, still standing, looks around the table and he says,
I'd imagine it'd be.
Huh?
I'd imagine it'd be a lot. I'd imagine it'd be a lot leaner, just because reptile meat tends to be pretty lean.
I only said that because I asked him if it was like grizzly bear, and he said sure.
Do you
Okay.
remember Brian?
I took it and I ran with it.
regarding the party, Sir Isteval says,
I haven't
well,
talked to him in like a year.
you have weaved quite a tale, one that I find most
Bring
impressive.
something coming.
How's he?
Looking to the rest of the council, he says,
He's okay.
I believe that heroes can be the spark that ignite the flames of righteousness in others. and the light that chases away the darkness of evil. He gestures toward you guys. I sense that spark in these fine adventurers. I believe that if we enlist their help, we can turn this fight around and take it to the cult. And he sits down. Dagolt Neverember, the keen guy, he stands up. He says, "You have given us a lot to think about. For the time being, let it be known to you that you are in a very small minority of people who have succeeded in derailing the plans of the Cult of the Dragon, especially in your efforts and your accomplishments of slaying the White Dragon, as well as slaying the Worm Speaker Resmir. Hopefully we will be able to recover the Black Dragon mask, but, as Sir Isteval says, I believe you can be an inspiration to the armies that we can provide against the Cult of the Dragon."
Armies.
Yeah, every single one of these guys has resources at their disposal. And depending on how these sessions with the council go, they are willing or not to lend those reinforcements to you.
I am such
for
an
the final
unevolved
battle.
human in some ways because I'm like,
So I was
oh,
thinking this is a
sparkly,
very
it's like water. I
powerful
need
council.
it.
I just want to say
People.
this is why I picked the blue tray. Because
We're gonna have to make a wise decision.
In fact, everything you do
Chloe.
from
Remain.
the beginning of the campaign to the end
Yep.
is all being
Yep.
graded.
No way, that's so fun.
There's a rubric.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Wow, that's actually really, really cool.
Depending on your actions
What
and
they're
what you do,
supposed
you
to
may
do.
make some people mad and other people happy.
Awesome. That's kind of fun.
Well,
But
wait,
it's
wait,
totally
why are
random.
some people
totally
mad and some
random.
people happy?
Based
Well,
on
not
our
random,
rubric.
but yeah.
Based on our what?
These are powerful.
He's straight up grading us.
Oh,
This.
off of our
Every
yes,
But
interaction
not-
with the
not-
council.
no, for the entire campaign, past and future, every decision we've made,
Is it
who
only
we've
the
worked
decisions
with,
that
who
we
we've
spoke about?
killed.
No, like things that you've done.
Okay, so
Uh,
do things. Okay, yeah.
For example, what you
Killing
did,
Blagoftis, right? Or what?
capturing Skyreach Castle, crashing it,
Killing
Shaman,
Splatter you.
killing Resmir,
Splattered
what you did with the Dragon Hatchery, all these things.
Yeah, you
Please
guys
or
are-
displeased different members
Okay.
of the council.
So we're
Probably.
okay with the so we're okay
I
with the
felt like I
Dragon
should
Slayers,
talk to
and
him.
bad
He's
with
quiet.
the dwarves,
Right.
good with the rangers, good with the harpers.
What about the people we saved in the
Hayfields.
Drunken's dungeon?
Those are
Did that give us
I think those
points?
were just two guys. I still feel sorry about that other dude. He was probably like actually important,
Yeah, he did seem important.
which
Oh.
is why she wouldn't let him go.
King Melindrak?
No,
The
the guy in the dungeon that
The
we
one,
wanted to get
guy
out
who
of the
seemed
door.
important that we didn't rescue.
The one that I kept saying, hey, maybe we should plan for that, and nobody planned for it.
Oh, man. I mean, you're not
And
going to
I
see
was
him
too
again.
busy being a
He wasn't a
Tyrannosaurus
big
Rex
deal.
to argue
Oh,
about
okay.
it.
eBay.
you did the right thing.
Uh,
You
Sir
warned us of
Dagolt
anti-Rex.
Neverember stands up. And he says, "The council appreciates these tidings that you've brought to us. And hopefully we'll recover the Black Dragon mask and your small dragon friend. In the meantime, you've accomplished great deeds and done much good for the continent. I move that the council endow these adventurers with
Loot!
Ingredients.
Or a favor.
with
Yeah.
emergency investiture powers and deputize them with a writ demonstrating such. This shall grant you access to resources and sites that this council deems necessary for our investigation and our war against the cultists. Do you accept this power?
Levy the
Yes.
tax.
What does it like?
Is this power being given to us in response to what
Power.
we've done, or
Yeah.
as a quid pro quo towards the future?
Both.
Is engraved for ingredients?
Yeah.
That's
The council is
Wow.
pleased with what you've
Know that.
accomplished so far, and they're desirous that you will do more for them
I never
and light the spark of resistance against the
I was
cult
like, Ingrid?
in all of Faerun.
You're sick.
The investiture of emergency powers and the writ demonstrating such will grant you access to resources and sites that the council deems necessary for their investigation. They'll also provide you with things like horses or transportation, magic scrolls.
It's like a sigil. It's like
Horses
a
that we
physical
get to
item.
keep?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, we got to keep the last horses too.
In addition,
No,
Not all of
as
them.
you are
Yeah,
stronger
mine.
now than you
Well,
were,
Bob ate them,
and will be
like,
facing greater threats,
Would've got
the council
some.
has kind of an open tab with Billy's item emporium. So for whatever missions arise, Billy will provide scrolls of teleportation to get you
Is that it?
Oh,
Only
jeez.
scrolls of teleportation or other things that we might need for the journey?
anything else you might need. You'll have to provide to yourself.
Ah.
I think we need to
Which
go.
But I
means
mean,
you
scrolls
can
of- scrolls
do
of
a deal with
teleportation.
Billy.
Scrolls of teleportation are like a couple hundred gold per pop, so like that's pretty good.
Teleportation is a 7th level spell.
I don't know.
Oh.
I just became
Never mind.
new wealth
I thought it was.
in this country. I've got money. No,
I was thinking circle teleportation. Well,
Will you adventurers accept this writ of emergency power investiture?
Yes.
We will deputize you to
Aye.
act in the council's best interest and for Faerun's welfare.
What if we act in a way that we think is in the best interest and y'all decide it wasn't?
too
Well,
late. They already gave it
Good
to us.
question.
this
But I'm mad
writ
at us for
of
making decisions and, like, we did what we needed to do.
Hey, they're gonna get mad. Don't know.
this writ from the council does carry with it the burden of oversight from us. If you would misbehave or abuse your powers, your actions will be reviewed by the council and the writ will be revoked.
Verify abuse.
Magically or forcefully?
Slaughtering innocents and stealing their hard-earned
Okay,
treasures.
so
Oh,
it's
okay.
not like
Well,
just
all
like
our
we did what we
plans.
thought was best and they disagree, so now we're in trouble. It's like
Yeah,
if
no,
we
it's like
abuse
don't be
this-
evil
yeah.
about this. Okay,
Yeah.
That is
no, that's
correct.
easy.
Okay, we're deputized, then we go out arresting everybody who makes us angry, then we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you accept this responsibility?
Don't be
Accept
bothered.
it.
Totally.
Aye.
You can use this to
Bring it
hire
up.
a private
Lord
investigator.
Neverember puts his signature on a piece of paper, gets passed around, and you're presented with a writ of invested emergency powers from the Council of Waterdeep. Whoever wants it can have it.
Is it valid without
I take it and I put it in the
the
hole.
Prissy King's signature?
Yeah. The majority of the council signed it.
Do you think he left to take care of his son, or he
King,
joined?
you guys are gonna end up together. You just watch.
I think
If anything,
I
I
am
want to
so
Scottish
much into
dwarf, like,
To hate and then love.
No,
she's
Scrubs
gonna
like-
end up
Can
with
somebody
Green
learn
Emerald
charm, please?
yeah, I would like to end up with the green man, but if not, then the
Okay,
Scottish
let's
dwarf.
see.
Oh.
Scottish dwarf.
I said I didn't like him to his face, and we've done a lot of decisions that he didn't like, so I'm not 100% sure.
Who, the dwarf?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't there for a lot of those.
Okay,
So,
let's see.
You were there for me saying I don't
You
like
guys
him
did
to
not
his
keep
face.
possession of
was.
Skyreach
Yeah,
Castle.
I
You
just said
returned
that
it
when
to
we
your
were in the
giants.
circle.
So
Yes, that was about
we
5 minutes
we
ago.
did relinquish control, or did we just take the teleport?
Relinquish control?
Yeah.
We gave it to Jamna. I never knew it was an option to keep the castle.
So
Like,
are we
how
at
would
the
we have
end
kept-
of
like,
this
how
one?
would we have
Because
kept
it's one
it?
thing I want to do before the
Till
council breaks
till
up.
we got
Yeah,
there's a few
I
things left.
called it
Okay, cool.
the cloud
You wanna
giant
go to
would
the end
kind
of
of
the
kill
session?
all the rest of the
Okay.
ogres.
Oh, sorry,
like,
I thought you meant the Castle Meritar, and it's like
We lost
We
two
didn't have that.
castles.
At this moment, after you receive the writs of
Four more
invested
to go.
powers,
free
there comes
castles.
another knock at the door. The door, a couple guards open the door, and they admit a woman
It's herself.
who looks.
She's like,
Uh,
oh
let's
god.
And it admits.
It's
So
System
tiny
One,
and cute.
Queen of Fungi.
Not now.
They admit a a female noble, Water Davian. That's how it pronounces it. She's from Waterdeep, and the guard comes forward and he says, "Presenting Dala Silverhelve, Lady Romalia. Lady Silverhelve claims to have information of the disturbance that passed not an hour ago."
Oh, it was a disturbance.
The guard then leaves, leaving her.
it scared
in
you
the
so
room.
bad you hid in a garbage pile.
Romalia says,
Fine.
"Please step
He was
forward."
in the garbage pile.
Well,
I wasn't
Hiding
hiding.
the
I
garbage.
was very obvious.
Can I, are these
You
people
have to
just
get in
talking
the trash before the
are they
raccoons
talking
get
to
there.
us or between
They
each
get
other?
the best
They're
stuff.
talking between each other.
Oh.
At this point,
No.
having received the writ, Lord Neverember says you may step out of the zone of truth if you wish. Your report has been received.
Okay.
So you guys step aside, and this noblewoman steps up, Dala
Yeah.
Silverhelm.
Hello.
I just kind of turn to the wizard. You're just
Wait,
gonna keep that up. Don't
Dallas
like wasting the spell
Silverhill?
slot. I get that.
Eugene has a cool name.
Silverhand glances at you. and
Called
says,
what?
Mind
You are
map.
cute, dear.
Ooh, that sounds like
Yeah,
something I
dude,
would
that's-
enjoy.
And then she
It's
turns her
right
attention
up your
back
alley.
to
You would love
the
it.
noblewoman. The noblewoman steps into the zone of truth and declares, the disturbance that's been sensed across the Sword Coast is the Drakehorn.
Oh no.
It is an ancient device whose sounding alerts dragons across Faerun that great events are unfolding. It's impossible to say what the sounding means, but all dragons on this continent will hear it clearly and answer its call.
So
Go
Ingrid's
get your
going there.
ingredients
That's where
back,
Ingrid's going
man.
with
Go
the
get your
mask.
ingredients back.
But also,
Your
where do they
ingredients have a
gather?
mask.
Can I ask? Where do they gather?
They will gather at the Drakehorn, at the site of its at the site of its sounding.
Oh, that's where the castle was going.
Wait, I have a
Do
question.
we have no time? Mobilize everything. Go, go, go.
Potion seller. Did you hatch Ingrid or did
Yeah.
you create her like a test
Ha-
tube?
ha-
Yeah,
hatch
no,
it.
I sat on the
test
egg.
tube baby
Did
was
you
trapped.
microchip
Ah,
your
okay.
dragon?
I did not.
Shame.
So at the moment that Lady Silverhill announces that all dragons will heed its call,
And
pretty much
again,
all
you
the
can't, like,
eyes
trap
of the
and
council
microchip, it just
members
has, like,
slide
name
over
and
to Potion
address on
Seller.
What?
When she announces that all the dragons will
Very
answer the
character.
call, everyone looks over at you.
Aw.
Again, he says what?
My potions are too strong for you.
Let's see, who would know about it? Delon Winterhound, he stands up and in his quiet voice, he says,
Thank you.
the Drakehorn is in possession of the cult. You said your dragon flew off toward the east.
Yes.
Looks at dismay across pretty much all the faces of the council, and Delon says, we were so close to claiming it. Sadly, we can be assured that the Black Dragon Mask has returned to the hand of the cultists.
I mean, she's pretty small.
Yes,
She
it's
can't have gotten that far, but she.
I mean, she got
Can
got
I-
without the
can I
span
ask
of a
them-
mile really quickly.
How was so we know Tiamat
What's
will
her
be
what's her
raised.
fly speed? 30.
How were
you said?
they? How were they
60. Oh, 60 feet.
contained
Okay.
before?
What
Do,
they don't
do
know is
you
that
guys clearly are powerful and have knowledge. How did they contain Tiamat before? How did you?
You're speaking ancient history, young man, and none of us have been alive long enough to know.
Okay.
So we're all clueless. That's good.
There's no records of this anywhere or legends of records of how it was done before.
I mean, generally, if you
Um,
know how to do something, you know how to undo it. So they don't necessarily want to leave that information like super.
Is there
public.
anybody in these lands
Yeah,
that
but
you
I
know
mean,
of
this
that
is
keeps
council,
an
right?
extent
So they're like
like
not
Doesn't
privy
really.
to
an
that.
extensive record of this?
Laurel Silverhead leans forward. She says, I've been researching the cult for some centuries now. I could do some further research as how to bind Tiamat once more.
Wait a minute, she's
we don't
human.
have a lot of time, so you can't take another century.
Glancing at her, she is human, and in fact, she looks quite youthful.
She just said she's been studying for centuries.
She's immortal.
Cobalt goes,
So wait, to roll an intelligence check to recall information about a favored enemy, it's something I would have had to have learned
I
at
don't
some
think
point,
she's
right?
human.
It's not just something that I can
There
just
are
roll
certain
high
potions
enough
that
for
do
and
allow
now
for
just-
youth.
Actually, Tyranny Hornblade, the other wizard, he looks like an older man. He's actually several centuries old himself. He has attained his longevity by drinking potions of longevity.
well, yeah.
Laurel Silverhand is another story.
I want to hear the story.
She's a vampire. Okay.
She's human.
Hmm.
Well,
Mouth is closed, so she could definitely be vampire.
She could also be undead.
given the information we've just received, I think it would be wise to gather more information on the Dracehorn. Does anyone in the council know of perhaps an expert on the Dracehorn or dragon lore in particular? And Tyranny Hornblade leans forward and says, the Arcane Brotherhood, they would be the experts. I believe their foremost expert on the subject is one
On what?
Dragons.
Oh, they're just
Macath
favorite
the Crimson.
enemy. That
That's right. That's kind of.
can I sense any
Yeah, that
undead?
sounds shifty.
No.
I don't
What is the name?
Macath the Crimson.
We got the crimson.
And I'm
All right,
just
so
like,
we're going to be looking for
We got the crimson.
somebody who knows about the Dracehorn.
no.
Who
the
is this?
Crimson.
That we need to look
Macath the Crimson. Maccath, the Crimson. Lady Silverhand leans back and she says, I'm afraid she went missing in the sea of floating ice 3 years ago. Nevertheless, we shall form an expedition and ascertain her whereabouts.
Sea of floating ice, isn't that over near 10 Towns?
It is.
Dun dun dun.
Frick yeah.
What's your interest there?
Oh, I read the book.
Ryan of the Frost Maiden.
Well,
Frost.
Okay, fair enough.
It's
Yeah,
another
yeah,
campaign.
right. Okay. Gosh dang it.
If
I was getting excited.
what's her face?
The other 5 dragons. plus
Lady
the dog
Silverheld,
dragon
thank
are
you
not
for your
excited.
information. You may step out. The noblewoman bows her head and she leaves the room.
There's some mechanical dragon.
Daggold Neverember stands up once more and he says, well, if
Absolutely.
there's nothing to be done about that, then I propose we move on to our next order of business. Vermalia, you had some information for us?
Erasing our income.
Amalia's talking.
Our currency
Vermalia
is
stands up.
She's the
one
only
of
one that has
itself
a
to
distinct
zero of itself.
And then she says, one of my first acts in my fight against the Cult of the Dragon was to encourage the Harpers to focus all their resources on the cult's activities and its most powerful members. Those efforts, I'm glad to say, have been successful. And I can happily report that we have some knowledge of the movements of Varam, the cult's white worm speaker.
The guy who got in because he has nepotism.
Yes, the very same. My sources tell me that he has been spotted.
We did lose a lot of ground going back to Waterdeep. And we have to go. Right?
But we can
What do you mean
teleport.
by
We
losing
teleport.
ground?
Because, like, isn't the cult heading north?
We can teleport.
No, the
I
cult
think
is
they're
heading
eventually heading east,
southeast. And you would actually know about this because
I just have to.
Logofkus was aware of the location. The cult's headquarters is a caldera, just like a dormant
A
volcano,
dead volcano, the hole where a dead volcano was.
known as the Well of Dragons. Everyone in the council knows where it is, but at the moment, a direct assault is impossible. It is swarmed with dragons, as well as an army of cultists.
An army of
Cultists.
Cultists as well as
It's like the
dragons.
top.
Yeah.
It's basically
I'm
the volcano
talking
blew
like
up
the
so
adult
bad,
ancient
there's only
dragons.
like a
Yeah,
bit
like-
left. Like there's no top.
If we
Oh,
go,
okay.
we're done.
So not
Yeah,
that
if you ask them, they have sent
It's clearly
groups of
just like a
adventurers
mountain.
to find
It's
out
like it's cut
about
off and it
the
dips down
Well
and
of
there's a big
Dragons.
lake in it.
all
Yeah,
have
it
been
exploded as a
overwhelmed and
volcano.
devoured.
So that's
Okay.
Caldera. That's
Okay.
so cool.
We just
Oh, I
need our
love
own army
learning.
of dragons.
Thank you.
We just, I mean, we just keep chipping away and making
Are you gonna make
allies.
us all dragons?
What?
Make us all dragons.
We could be the chromatic dragons.
See, that's why I wanted a better dragon
yes.
scale than a light
My
dragon
sources
because
report
that
the
was-
movements of Varam, the White Worm Speaker.
I'll take
He has been spotted
I mean, I have
in the
3
Serpent Hills,
scales.
far to the east of here.
They're all be dumb dragons.
Serpent Hills.
Serpent Hills to the east, is that what you said?
Yes.
The east.
I propose that we give our first assignment to our newly invested adventurers. I propose that they would be the perfect group to track down and potentially recover the White Dragon mask from this Varam the White. In the meantime, we shall prepare this expedition to the Sea of Moving Ice to see if we can't find McCoth the Crimson.
See if
Do you have a
we-
question?
Yes. Do you know what do you know about Varum the White? Do you know any weaknesses?
He's a
anything
dwarf.
like that?
He is a dwarf.
So he's
So he's weak.
Conrad Bronanvil kind of shifts a little bit in his seat.
And he got his job through family connections.
As,
Nepotism.
as,
It's very Utah.
as per your report, it appears that he has a close relationship with Severin himself.
That shouldn't have made you guys laugh as hard as it did.
So your priority is to recover the White Dragon Mask, and barring that, see if you can capture him. You could use the information you could
Wait, so
provide.
Do you have
rather
any
we,
tips
how would
or
rather we
anything?
get the mask or rather we capture him?
More important to
Kill
obtain
him.
the mask,
Okay.
but if you
I do a
cannot
lot of damage.
capture
now as my
him.
character.
interrogate him, bring him back to Waterdeep. If possible, do both.
Okay, that's what I was wondering about. Okay.
You said what?
It's best
I'm
if we
looking
capture
forward
him
to
and get the
The
mask.
room facing
But
off
if
against
we can
Talos
only
the
do
White.
one of them, get the mask.
Fair enough.
wait,
So
we
so
wanna
no
cap-
further
it's
vulnerabilities.
Varus?
Varum
Varum.
the White.
What do you
And
know
that's
about him? What does he
VARA?
value?
I guess so.
What does he prize?
I've been
All we
something
know
else.
is that he is the White Wordsmith.
Okay.
If he's up. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
why are German?
I was
Which
hoping.
does.
Varum.
If you're willing to
Something
accept this assignment, that will be your first task as deputized members of this council, is to find and bring him back and recover the White Dragon Mask. In the meantime, we shall prepare an expedition to the Sea of Moving Ice, and upon your return, you may set off to find McCoth the Crimson.
Random question.
I mean, we
random
just
question
vowed to
that
be
like
in their
I could make
service.
a
We cannot
knowledge
start
check
questioning.
or whatever. Does
No.
is he
Well,
moving
we
as an actual
can.
motion?
Yes.
We agreed.
Okay.
We agreed
Like
to
Arctic.
be deputized and try to do what they want us to do. We didn't say that we would absolutely do everything.
But we
that they
will
told us.
embark on the quest.
But we'll do our
We'll go on
we'll
the
do our
We're
darndest.
about to go wild,
Yeah.
wild, wild.
I was
west
just trying
on
to
these
specify that we didn't like agree to like do their bidding.
Oh,
like,
100%.
Yeah, there isn't like
Oh,
a
yeah.
binding oath.
I'll
that
tell
we'll
you, I'll
die
do
if we
something.
break
I'll
it.
come.
Yeah,
We've been-
like
we've
I'm
been
actually
deputized, which
trying
means
to
we've
get
been
team
given power
on
in our
board.
own
I think
right,
that should be a good source of ingredients.
The terms of our contract are not defined. Any treasure you find along the way is yours to keep. If you require any materials, obtain them before. But we shall acquire a scroll of teleport for you, both to reach the Serpent Hills and to return. This is a matter that must be acted upon quickly.
Do you have like a book of the description of the Serpent Hills?
Um,
I know
Yeah,
a guy
sure.
who died by that.
let's see.
Not
It's
Serpent
important to
Hills.
know as
Not
much as
Serpent
we can
Hills.
before
Bad
we go.
teleportation.
You guys have to know a lot. They can't
Well,
be in charge of everything.
Delon
No.
Winterhound stands up,
No is precedent.
waits
I
until it
knew.
gets quiet. He says, I will do some research and I'll provide you with some information before you depart.
Okay, thank you.
He sits back
Done.
down.
Did you not hear me say earlier that
I
I'm in
heard
love
you.
with
I know.
him? Okay.
That was the look he gave.
Oh, okay.
Neverember
Nice role
stands up
playing,
again and says, if these matters are concluded, I move that these mercenaries be escorted out of the chamber, and we shall continue this council. They shall be provided with whatever they need, and they shall. He looks at you. Best of luck on your mission.
Okay, we're leaving.
I feel
Now
like we
fold
don't
up
get
my
paid
little
consistently
drawing.
enough to be considered mercenaries.
I'm gonna hand it to Winterhound. We'll walk out.
Oh, I'm scared of what that
He
drawing.
pulls it open.
It's a drawing of them kissing.
Is it like a drawing? Is it like a drawing?
Oh, that's my favorite moment in this whole campaign so far.
That's a really good question. Is this a decent drawing?
No!
Okay,
so
so
it's
stick
like
figures,
labeled.
but
Also
they
has
have
like
like
capitals
are just like mushed
Yeah, there's
together.
arrows and everything.
Okay.
Arrows.
Kissing! They're not eating. Not eating.
Her.
No one else knows what is on the paper, but as you look at him and he looks at it, he looks distinctly uncomfortable.
Distinctly.
It's not that it's a
I
bad
love
thing,
your
but it's
character,
like
man. It's just like so outrageous, dude. Like, It's almost like a stream of
To be fair,
consciousness.
also, if anybody on this council knows anything about me, I am a pirate.
Yeah.
As
Did you
part,
make sure
what
it was
type?
clear she was a pirate? Was there an eye patch?
as part of your
But I gave particular detail to her pants.
Yes, my pants, because I
Fancy
have
pants.
the pants.
Since we're now under
Because the
employee,
naked
I
guy
don't
was
feel
trying to
private
steal her
too.
pants.
Yeah.
Like her pants have
yes, so
always,
that,
she's always made her pants look.
that writ of invested power
Thank you.
from the council.
Did not know that bit of backstory.
You can consider it a wide legal blanket, pardon of all past crimes, and a potential get out of jail free cards of
Double party.
potential future crimes, depending on where you are.
Would this
Double
cancel out or add to
Involved with the-
my thing for being a pirate and getting away with petty crime?
I don't know.
Well,
That-
before
I
it
would
was
say it's
kind
a
of
separate
like
thing. If you can get away with
Yeah,
crime by not getting caught.
before I'd say it was they're not going to report you to the cops because they're too afraid of you. Now it's they can report
you
you to the
actively-
cops.
Now I
and
am.
theirs.
Now we
You
are the
actively-
cops.
Yeah, kind of. You are in the service of the council to combat the cult. If you abuse that power, breaking laws willy-nilly for your own gain, the council will review your actions and possibly withdraw the writ.
Okay. It's not like I've been taking advantage of it so far. So.
Oh.
I mean, we
It's
haven't
kind
had
of
it
hard.
for long
We
enough
haven't
to
had
take advantage of it.
But
Wait till we have a chance.
as you exit the council chamber, you take one last look back at the group.
It's not murder.
And it does strike you that these are the leaders of the continent of Faerun.
Wow.
There's a lot of power in this room, and
There's
You get a
definitely
better-
a
you
majority.
get a better
you've made
guy
a
in
better
charge of
impression on
Dagger
some
Fruit.
than others.
Can you get a better
Okay, does
guy in
anybody
charge of Dagger Fruit?
get like a
Yes.
general vibe of whether we've got 50% more or less in favor
I
versus
think we have.
not favor?
I think
Hold
we
on,
have
let me
50%
check. Let me
in favor
look.
for sure. But I know the
My
goal
No,
is
I
not.
I just
Ooh,
figured
I have
maybe
a-
we could just generally tell who liked us and who didn't.
I have passive insight for 13.
Ooh, passive insight, eh?
How good's your memory?
Like, actually, or
Where is the passive
or-
insight?
It's
because
I have
Jizz
16
really
passive
isn't
There are
insight.
10 faces.
14.
Oh, well, when it comes to people, Jix has now conversed with every one of them for over a minute, so I can impersonate all of them.
No.
Oh, yeah.
You've given him.
We're about to enter a new phase of council hygiene.
I do have 16.
I trust
passive
you, Gene.
insight.
He may mess around, but he really just wants to.
Is there any
He wants to do
particular
well, I
actions
hope.
of yours that you wanted the reactions
mean,
of the
Jix.
council from?
Like, is somebody in particular? I really want the moon elf. I really would like to know how she feels about us.
Romalia?
Yes. Because,
Leader of the Harpers?
yes. Mostly because, like, moon elf, I worship the god of the moon.
You do?
Can I do
Can you tell me more about this?
I'm not saying that. You have to talk to him
that's
when
like
he's
if
in
you
when
notice
he's in a
something
religious
like
mood.
that they did that.
Oh,
at the
okay. So
moment-
it's not like
At the moment, your
Right,
impression of
right,
you is
right,
positive.
my character
Sorry, what was that?
Positive.
At
Can
the
I
moment,
okay.
your impression is positive.
Yay!
Okay.
That's all I want.
I'm learning.
Conrad Ronan.
I just don't want to like.
I would say that that's
I don't
Kind
think
of
he likes us
yeah,
very
this
much.
is-
I said to
so
his face
passive
that I didn't
perception
like him.
is
I don't
more
think
like
that
you
got us
notice
any
something
favors.
that happens that maybe not everyone
But also
else
we didn't kill
noticed.
the dragon.
Like maybe someone slipped a note to someone, or
Yeah, it didn't
Well, we
smash
killed
the
one
eggs.
dragon.
maybe you noticed
Yeah,
that.
we didn't kill the
Right.
baby. We didn't
Also
kill the
note,
defenseless
Conrad
baby dragon.
Bronanvil, he was wearing scale mail that
yeah,
appeared
I
to be
have
made of
the-
silver,
I have the thieves.
but
that
upon
thieves
closer
skill,
inspection,
which is
his scale mail was made of silver dragon scales.
Thieves' Camps is pretty good. I mean, these are people of
and-
power.
right.
It could be that maybe
Yes,
one of them
of all the
is
council
also
members, his is the most
like a
negative
leader in the
impression so far.
I'm gonna ask.
Sorry.
And we
So,
did
hey,
tell the king
Cordell,
that his sons.
During this whole interaction, is it possible that I can do a passive perception to see if any of them are part of the thieves realm? As you said, the underworld. Yeah. Like maybe tattoos or
I feel like they probably wouldn't have like criminal tattoos obviously on them.
Then again,
these are powerful
Thieves'
people. You
camp.
never know, right? I mean,
I'm going to say it's not necessary. All of these people are
who?
upstanding citizens.
Well, except for
Um,
One of them's centuries old that looks young. And
Oh,
one of
see,
them's son.
You can ask her
I
in
was thinking about the
her.
crybaby king.
Lady Silverhand is from Neverwinter. Sorry, from Waterdeep. You can ask around the city, learn about her.
Hi, City.
I just don't know.
But-
Like,
What's
when
the name of
this
the
would
White
come in,
Dragons? I
like,
wrote down the
thieves'
first
cant
2
would
letters
come
of
in
his
handy.
name.
Yes, it's
and
9:20, so we're gonna have to do shopping and investigation in the city.
2 minutes.
What, you don't want
You know
to
what I
stay
mean?
here for the next 3
It's like-
hours?
I would.
Well, we would have had
Just
another
like-
hour of playing.
I
All it does
can
is just
stay another
explain stuff
hour.
4 times as quick.
I'm
I
sorry.
could.
I'm sorry.
Which I-
sorry.
What you
which
guys
I
need to
have
do is
realized.
tell us that D&D starts at like 5:30 or 5, and then we'll be here at 6. Not
You know what?
See, what I need
I
to
think
do
D&D
is
starts
not
at 5:45 from now on.
I think
just
I
gonna
think
go
that for
around
us
and
it starts
in
at
a D&D
5:30.
van,
dude.
pick y'all up, drop you off.
I mean, what time
Please
can
make sure
everyone
it's a
start?
white
I could be
van
here at
with the
5.
windows all blacked
The
out.
Oh
reason
no,
I
I'm
did-
saying that we
No.
need to be told
Yeah, it
that it
says
starts
free dice
earlier
on the
because we're
side.
still gonna be late.
The reason I
Starts at
did
5.
Perfect.
Yeah,
it
the
starts at
reason
5.
I
Well, then.
did Tuesdays at this time is because I'm off of work at 4:30 generally. But if I'm on a call, like I was today, for an hour and a freaking half helping somebody who's 92, and I refuse to get off the phone until she gets into her freaking account, it's like,
Yeah.
You say-
it runs
you say-
late.
You
Well,
say
you come work
on,
for-
but
for
when I
Edge.
show up to come over here with
I
him and that's happening,
refuse.
if I breathe too
You
loudly,
suck.
he mutes the phone and tells me to shut up. So I'm
You sucks.
Not so
It was
on.
a great place to work. It really was a good place to work.
Was it?
It really was.
You were miserable.
I was miserable for different reasons. That's just because
I know that we didn't get a ton done this session, but it
I
was really
had a
fun.
lot of fun.
It was so much
RP
fun.
sessions are
You made it
great.
through the first Council of Waterdeep.
Yeah.
So that was
Council of
plenty.
Water.
There's
I
gonna
feel
be
like
more
this is
of
going
them.
to be
Yeah, I just heard that.
incredibly heavily bearing on our future travels.
Yeah, well, wait till we come back and you're no longer with the kobold. You'll be with somebody else.
It's time to create a love.
Who is
I-
this? This is Ashley.
I love
I'm gonna just be like, what are you talking